All right. Welcome to the show. I am Joe, just Joe, your host with the most.
And I'm your co-host, Lalo.
Today we have another special guest, but he's not a very, or even one very. He's just special to me. We
Mámalo.
got, pues no se deja el güey. No se deja, no sé por qué. We have a lot to thank for what he's done for us. This is Marq Jackson, a.k.a. Chef Marque, a.k.a. Big Dick Layer, digo, Pipe Layer. He's part of the Plumbers Union, local Plumbers Union también.
Yes, sir.
And we'll get on to that también.
Okay.
But tell us a little bit about yourself. Like, he's the guy behind the bodega, him and Seto Martinez.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, before we start, compadre, let's give a little shout out. Antes de que se nos olvide, to our sponsors, man. Our sponsors for today. Porque si no se nos olvidan y luego ya no nos van a querer dar. Nah, but one of our sponsors, man. Shout outs to Botanero. Botanero is one of our main sponsors.
Gramo.
Shout outs to Gramo. ¿Qué le dijo el ronco? El mil días despierto. ¿Cómo le dice? El 100 días despierto. Nah, shout outs to Gramo, man. And shout outs to Tres Amigos, también another one of our sponsors. Our very good friends.
If you need shirts, you need your graphics done, you need a poster, a banner, yard signs right now, que eso está de moda. Whatever you need, but especially embroidery. You hit up Miracle at Three Amigos Graphics.
Oh, yeah,
that's
dude.
her specialty. She fucking loves this shit. So hit her up.
Call her up, man. She's great customer service.
Very.
Like, sonrisa, dude. Man, I can't wait to see her Monday.
And then we got a few other sponsors, but let's roll on with the show, right?
Our sponsor, I was getting there, bro. Pero te andas, ¿ya vas prisa o qué?
Pues algo sí, güey.
No, our other sponsor, man, La Bodega. La Bodega is where we're filming.
It's our main sponsor.
Our main sponsor right here, and then the main behind the Bodega right here.
Ándale, sí. Say hi to your people. Say hi to mom.
say what's up to everybody.
All right. So, we got the obvious right here. I know you're a fan of baseball.
Yeah.
And, we're diehard Astros fans, me and you. But I know you have a passion for baseball. Yeah. So, tell me a little bit more about that. When did you get into baseball? What makes you like it and shit like that?
I got into baseball, I think, when I was like 8 years old, I believe. Mm. And we were, my cousins and everybody played Little League baseball over in Grandel Park. Okay?
Right here in the area.
And at that time, Pops didn't make much money, man, and so I was behind the fence just looking at my cousins play, organized baseball, man. And I don't know.
Did you used to run and go catch the foul balls and home
foul
runs?
balls and, bring them back so they can give you a ticket for snow cone,
Ándale.
But it was not until the next season after that, I guess my pops, saved up some money and threw us into baseball,
And what positions did you play?
I'm
assuming more than one.
Yeah, I made him play.
Were you pitcher or catcher?
Nah. No, I made him play shortstop my whole.
Your whole career.
My whole career, yeah.
Shortstop. So you were all over the fucking place, then, right?
Yeah, man. I loved it, man.
So you had a hand to. I think it's hard, bro, to catch a ball and then. Whenever you're first starting, trying to get it to first.
Está acostumbrado a las patas.
No, güey, pero es que I always, because I played shortstop for a little bit. No creas también. Güey. Pero yo se las aventaba first base,
pero
tenía
shortstop, ¿no?
Espérate, güey. Se las aventaba first base, pero tenían que ir por ellas. Yeah, it's like, shit, how come I can't never get to the hand, dude? It's hard, man. So I know what you mean. So después de ahí, me fui para fielder, ahí no caía nada.
Yeah, but after that, after Little League, I did a little bit of coaching right there at Grando. Mm-hmm. As soon as, man, I think, I was like a 16, 17-year-old, and I was coaching there. And
so, look, coaching, right? Being a coach, you have responsibility for the children and stuff, and, did you stress winning, or were you, it was just like have fun? What kind of coach were you?
Of course, I wanted to win, but that's I guess from the mindset of a youngster, you just want to win, and later on in life, you start to realize that, man, it's about development on the kids, because you want to. If you bring your kid, I want to make sure that he's better than what he was when he started. And to me, I think that's a great reward, when when they come in and they don't hardly know anything, and then by the end of, by the end of the season they're hitting that ball and catching it. I think that's more rewarding than winning.
What
For me.
age? What age were you coaching? What ages?
I was coaching 11, 12-year-olds. Yeah.
Ah, okay. So
And so, right, they're that young, so obviously the parents have to come and bring them,
Yeah.
right? Did you have any, like, bad experiences with the parents? Like, they're trying to get too involved, or they want to yell at the kids in front of people, or, stuff like that?
Yeah, because I had this one coach that he would just yell at his kids, man, and I was like,
like, what the fuck?
yeah, I'm like, man, what the hell? They're kids,
man.
Yeah.
You missed the ball, you missed the ball, But, I built a good relationship with parents. I was, like I said, I was a youngster, man, 17 years old, coaching, my brother and I. And a good friend of mine, he's still a good friend of mine now, a kid that I was coaching back then. His name is Marq Espinoza. When we went to tryouts, for some reason I had already seen him and I'm like, this kid is missing all these balls, man. And he's missing the balls and missing the balls. And I was like, nah, I can tell by his mechanics that there's no way he's missing these balls, But the deal is, I found out later that he was messing up on purpose because he wanted to play for another coach. So,
Okay. All right.
my first pick was Marq Espinoza. And ever since then, I mean, we've been real good friends, man. Up to this day, His mom loves me too. His mom's a good person.
Playing shortstop, were there any big leaguers that you looked up to?
Of course, you got your Ozzie Smith. I like the old school.
Yeah.
I like Chipper Jones. Chipper Jones, I know everybody's, he's a third baseman, but started off as a shortstop.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't know that Reddick used to be a shortstop also. Yeah, it wasn't until he went to the majors that transitioned over to, outfielder. But, there was Ray Ordonez. He used to play for the Mets. Man, he used to be nasty with that glove, man. If you ever get a chance to look at his highlights, that guy was awesome, man, with the glove, And, of course, you got your Derek Jeters and, I wasn't too much of a fan of the
So,
Yankees.
Derek Jeter, right?
Yeah.
Like, I guess I'm biased because I really can't fucking stand the Yankees, right? I can't stand the Patriots.
Shout outs to
Shout
Gus,
outs to
compadre,
Gus.
in the house.
Gus, el mero mero de New York, o sea, el más norteño de todos, literally. But because I'm biased towards the Yankees, I was never a big fan of Jeter. Like I felt like he was hyped up because of the Yankees.
I believe that, too. I mean, he just, but everybody has him up here, Cal Ripken Jr., that was another.
See, I like.
I love Cal Ripken Jr.,
yes,
man.
dude, and I mean, doesn't he still hold the record for the most consecutive games?
Yes, he does.
Right?
Yeah.
And then wasn't his brother a pitcher or something? Bill Ripken?
Billy Ripken.
Because I know he does MLB The Show or something like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Like,
he
he's an
does
analyst right now.
something, Yeah.
Man, that's badass. And do you have any of your family play sports also?
Nah, man. Unfortunately, no. Man.
No?
That was it. My cousins and all that.
Mm-hmm.
We. Later on, you get older, you get into softball and stuff like that. So we.
But hey, I mean,
We had
ain't softball for drinking though.
Yeah, man. But we had a
That
family
before,
team.
right?
We had a family team.
¿Cómo se llamaban, dude?
Los Mineros.
Los Mineros.
Ajá.
Yeah,
Because I
because
know
we're
they
from,
get some, whenever it's like that, like family, they get some weird
Yeah.
names, man. Because
Because
ahí
we're
llegan
from-
conmigo, they make shirts, and they got like this one, I remember this one team that showed up once, and they were trying to make some shirts, and it was actually a pig, bro, right? It was a pig on a pan, and it was a panzones.
Panzones.
Yeah, that's what they would call
That's a
them. So
good
it was like a little pig playing baseball, dude. So the panzones, man, I was like,
But
what
the reason why is the Mineros because our family's from Nueva Rosita, Coahuila, and that's the baseball team over there. The Mineros.
And
So-
in Coahuila,
In
baseball
Coahuila.
is very like a sport. Is
Oh yeah,
muy,
it's popular out there.
It's popular,
Yeah.
right?
In
I
Coahuila.
think, man, I don't
They
even
got
think
fields
I've never
everywhere,
seen
man.
soccer out there, to be honest.
Yeah,
Well, I
they
mean,
got
of
a
course,
little
I ain't been
team,
out
but-
there in a long time, but
This
When I
motherfucker
was
right
young,
here,
man.
he's all about soccer, dog. He's the only motherfucker in the whole
Yeah,
band.
so I'm a little
On the
confused
whole
right now
team that
what,
likes
what you're
soccer.
talking about.
Really?
Are you talking about cricket or something?
No, el teléfono que traes, güey.
Cricket the
Para
phone,
lo único que me alcanza. Cricket.
So, Ira, you mentioned Coahuila, right? The team over there in Coahuila. From my understanding, you're from Coahuila, right?
Yeah, I was born in Coahuila.
Yeah.
Came here as a kid. So I don't really know. I mean, I know my family, and my cousins, they hate on me because I don't know anything, about.
About Coahuila?
Celso, I have a friend of mine, Celso. He was telling me about a little history. I don't even know any history about Mexico, man, to be honest. And it's sad to say that, man.
So
but
did you-
I don't know anything.
And this might go towards a little serious note, but
Uh-huh.
did you have a hard time, like with growing up? Because, I mean, being Chicano, right? I mean, I'm dark as fuck, but I speak mostly English. I didn't start speaking Spanish until I was like 22 or so, right? But like, I've never been Mexican enough. I've never been Chicano enough, right?
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm assuming that might have been hard being born over there, but you came over here as a month old, so you were raised Chicano, right?
Yeah, I mean, we didn't, us, going to school. So of course we're learning English the whole time, and the only Spanish we knew is what we spoke at home with our family, mom and dad, but all of our cousins, they spoke English, and everybody, because our families usually they mainly came to the United States around the same time, one came and then the other came and then the other came. So all of our cousins, we were basically here around the same time.
And did you experience any trouble with that at school?
It wasn't until I got to junior high, I believe.
Where did you go to
Yeah.
school? Like here, like on
Junior high, I went to
because you stay on this side of
on the southeast side of Houston.
southeast
Yeah,
Houston.
I went to Hartman Middle School, which is predominantly black. Spent a little time there, and then I went to Didi Middle School. And then
That's off Broadway, right? On Broadway?
yeah.
Broadway
And
and
then I went
610.
to Milby after that.
Oh,
But,
so you
funny
graduated from-
story,
you-
yeah.
Everything over here.
Yeah, but
Okay.
a funny story about you mentioned about how people treated us or whatever. It was a story, man. When we were in junior high, it was I'd say about the mid '80s or whatever. So what was in back in the mid '80s was
I mean, shit was rough back then. I know
yeah,
that.
it was a b-boy era, okay.
It was the
It was
Cholo era,
breakdancing.
no?
It was breakdancing.
The
You had
lowriders.
b-boys, you had lowriders también. Pero I was into the breakdancing movement, and it was fun, man. I loved it.
Bailabas como trompos así, güey.
Oh yeah, man.
Puro MC Hammer y todo eso. I got the bad
So
one
going,
down and-
so going to in school, at Hartman Middle School. Si eras hispano, either you were recién llegado from Mexico,
yeah.
o eras un cholo.
Oh, okay.
Okay, there was no in between. And then me over here dressing up, with my Pumas and all b-boyed out.
Man, I miss wearing Pumas, dog. Badass.
Yeah. I didn't fit into either one, so I wasn't accepted by my own race, man.
Yeah.
It was me, my older brother, and then there was another group of brothers, the Chavez brothers, that they weren't accepted, man. And there's this story, man, it's weird because there was an annual black versus Mexican fight every year.
So
at
where did you
Hartman.
fit in then? I mean, because
Well,
Mexicans
I don't know,
didn't
but,
want you.
I don't know, but my brothers took care of me, man. The
Yeah?
brothers, they took care of me.
Yeah.
Man. They,
So
if
you're-
anybody tried to
you're-
mess
you,
with
you
us,
were like the
they-
smallest from like the youngest. I mean.
yeah, no, but I'm
Oh,
talking
okay,
about
okay.
as far as the black,
Uh-huh.
the black people, they would not, they wouldn't let anybody mess with us. So they kind of took us, took us in, man, because I guess they knew that, hey, they're not fitting in over there with the.
Yeah.
It's like I remember
Cholos and
stories that
nothing like
that
that.
my cousin told me. He's OG, and he grew up when he was like in middle school. It was like early '90s or so, right?
Right.
And middle school, high school, like he used to have to fight just to make it home 3 blocks from school. He you know, a lot of times he had to fight on the way home. He'd walk around with salt in his pocket or a fucking roll of quarters in his hand.
Salt.
Throw it in your eyes and then fucking start. Hey, sucker punch a nigga if you have to.
I never heard of that. Salt.
Yeah, man. But I'm like, you know, there was people that used to walk around with knives and chains and shit too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like, use whatever the fuck you got.
Right.
But I remember hearing stories from him. That shit was rough. So I mean, I can just imagine what you know, the shit that you had to put up with.
Pero,
Yeah,
pues,
it was
pero pues si
crazy.
tú eres de Northside,
Por eso,
Yeah,
güey.
I know, man.
Por eso.
surprise. So surprised
I
that
mean,
over
no,
here is
no, I'm not,
Muy chingones allá, ¿no?
I'm not surprised.
Oh, okay.
I'm not surprised. That's how we, you know, like we had to fucking come up. Look, well, by the time I started going to school and I was in high school and shit, like it was already like fucking MacArthur, fucking puros pinches fresas a la verga.
Yeah.
Puro Hollister.
Yeah, man. Nigga had to tuck in a shirt and all this shit, dog.
You did?
Yeah, I had to.
I don't see you tucking in the shirt, bro.
Nah, fuck that. It tucks under my belly now.
Damn.
So you had to deal with that, and like, did you have to deal with bullying?
Bullying, of course, you know, I was born with a cleft palate. Back in elementary, you know, I did go through a lot of bullying as a kid. I remember, you know, being at school in elementary and coming home crying, you know, to my mom, and you know, because of the bullying going around, you know, and there was this girl, man, and I won't ever forget her, man. It was a Hispanic girl. She used to live not too far from here.
Amos.
Nah, I don't. She don't live there no more. But what's fucked up about it? All it took was for her to start it. Yeah, forget it. Everybody, man. Everybody, you know, and then, I mean, what could I do, man? Just fucking cry, man, and go home. I didn't want to go to school, but I mean, I knew I had to. But
I feel you, cause like, I used to be bullied in school. That's why I'm a bully now.
¿Y a ti por qué?
I've always been fat. I've always worn glasses. I've always been smart. I've always had canas. Wow. Back when I used to have hair up here, it was fucking curly as fuck, dude. Curly. Like, I used to rock a Jufro, bro. Badass Jufro. But they used to make fun of me because of my curly hair, because I had canas, because I was dark, because I was glasses, because I was fat, because I was smart. I was a nerd. Like, I was bullied all the fucking time. And then eventually, like, I said, fuck it. I fought all of my bullies, dude.
Oh, shit.
Northside.
Fuck yeah, nigga.
So, I mean, what type of names would you be called?
I mean, the obvious, like, fat boy and fat stuff. And,
Yeah.
But you still are.
pues por eso.
What's that?
And like,
Still want to fight me or what?
just like,
I know.
you know, nerd and 4 eyes and fucking curly Sue. No, Tati was the one who started calling me a pig.
Damn.
Yeah, so I mean, that's the shit that I had to deal with. And like, they would throw the basketball at my head and shit, you know what I'm saying? Like,
no mames.
and I mean, tattling doesn't really work, you know what I'm saying? Like, no, well, you know, just
Stay away from them.
them.
Yeah,
and
stay away from them. That was the main one.
they don't even fucking slap them on the hand, you know? I mean, kids are gonna be kids. You really can't control them once they're there.
Yeah.
But that, I mean, obviously that starts at home, no?
Yeah.
So I'm guessing like that baseball dad, you know, like his kids were either scared or bullying other people,
Yeah.
right? I mean, I'm assuming.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you grow up in a household like that, then you're going to think that's normal, or you think that's how you resolve problems and shit,
Okay.
you know?
Yeah, and then, you know, I ran into that girl, man.
Hmm.
I want to say about 6 years ago.
Hmm.
And we were, I think, at a softball tournament. And she comes up to me, "Hey, Mark!" And I looked at her, and I was like, "Oh, fuck.
This bitch.
You thought, like,
How you been?" And she wanted to give me a hug and shit. And then, you know, I was married at the time, and then my wife's like, "Man, why'd you react like that?" And I was like, "Man, fuck that bitch." I had that anger, man. Like, I fuck.
Pinche técnico estúpido.
6 years ago.
Ready?
Mm.
So check this out, man. I ran into her about 6 years ago, man. We're in a softball tournament. I was married at the time, and all of a sudden I hear, "Hey, Mark!" And then I turn around. how are you? And then, she introduces her husband and shit. And I'm like, she wanted to give me a hug and stuff. And I was like,
Like, bitch, we ain't never been friends.
yeah, man. And then, and they say, oh, it's so good to see you and blah, 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 and all this shit, my wife at the time, she's like, why'd you react that way, And I was like, man, fuck that bitch. And she's like, what? What do you mean? I said, man, that fucking bitch, she bullied me, man, when I was in elementary, I said, and all it took was for her to fucking get everybody, to start, and then everybody was at it,
Damn.
And that, that really pissed me off at that time. Yeah, like I don't even fucking want to. I don't care who your husband is, But that's how I felt at the time. But I think now, just I past that shit now,
I mean, it's kind of hard to squash those feelings. I mean, because that was a part of you coming up and having to deal with that struggle and shit. So
yeah.
I mean, hey, I don't think you're wrong for that.
Yeah, but
I mean, like us right now, we really ain't shit, But when people saw that I have a band, I got these people fucking friend requests and shit. Like, bitch, I ain't trying to be your friend. Like, what the fuck? Y'all are picking on me and talking shit and never wanted to include me. I felt like fucking Rudolph and shit, dog.
Right.
They didn't let me in none of the games, dog. So then they want to be my friend now. Fuck you, man.
Yeah. I understand, man. Yeah, you're right about that,
I think growing up, back in the days, you were either popular or if you had something para salvarte, you had to pick on somebody and just throw it at somebody else, So, I don't know if this girl was popular or whatever.
Oh yeah,
but
I guess, she was a
maybe
good looking girl.
clown,
She was good looking. I mean,
Oh, so no, you're wrong then.
Fuck you, Joe.
See if I can switch it real quick.
No, but everybody always goes back to the little excuse. Oh, they were kids. We were kids back then. Fuck, I never did shit like that to nobody.
Mm. So
I wouldn't allow one of my kids to do shit like that.
Yeah, you're
That's
right.
fucked up, man.
Yeah.
So let's go on a brighter note here. You mentioned b-boy era, right?
Yes.
So you were into that shit. You used to dance and break dance and all that. Like, tell me a
Beat
little bit about
boy
that.
or B-boy?
B-boy.
Like break dancing.
B.
Letter
B.
Yo nomás sabía
The
hacer el
letter B.
helicóptero.
Like B de
Boy.
puto.
Yo nomás sabía hacer el helicóptero. Yo me volteaba, que era una mano.
Sí.
Luego le hacía así, luego de
La
del
cabeza.
headspin. Yeah, también. Pero es que era el Kama Sutra, güey, por eso.
No, but once again, my cousins, we had a little crew, we're mainly stuck over here in the southeast side of Houston. But, they had, they would do, like the weekend dance-offs, at the Presidente, right
So
here
you
off
did
of
contests
College.
and all that shit.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
¿No andabas ahí con el señor ese
¿A cuál?
del Christmas que andaba ahí con todos los
Oh, Pancho
breakdancers?
Claus?
And Pancho Claus, no.
Yeah, because he was very popular back then.
He
right?
was
He
been
for a
popular
while, and
for a
then
while.
from the hood y
Padrino
todo.
El que estaba aquí, ¿cómo se llama?
Es que es
Padrino de
es padrino.
Nah. But
Because
yeah,
I
man,
remember,
it was
I remember he
cool.
would pick up kids, y break
Yeah.
dance, y los traía
Los traía
all over, man.
all over, man. We used to dance también en el Fantasía, which is now a Portal.
Yeah.
That was another place where, we would break dance.
And like doing that,
Festivals.
doing like those contests and festivals and stuff. I'm assuming like you got to network with people and get to meet a bunch of people and shit. Whether you won or lost, I mean, you still get to meet people, no?
Yeah, the better crews.
So
The
you
ones
were,
that were better
like,
than us,
So like, I mean,
Leave 'em.
who were some of the better crews or some of the better dancers that you remember?
Did you have a name ahí
Nah,
con
I don't
the
even
crew?
remember we had a neighbor now, man.
It was just
Yeah.
a group of the kids.
Yeah, but we like to stir up shit, of course.
Chef Marque stirring the pot.
We there was a crew right there in Grando Park, because even though I lived on this side of town, man, you always found me over there, man, because all my cousins live in that area.
Okay.
So that's the reason why we're always. Anyway, there was a crew over there. It was this guy named. They used to call him Fat Turbo. And
Another fat joke. Dijo
Fat
Franco.
Turbo.
Fat joke.
Fat Turbo and his brothers and a couple camaradas, they had a little crew. And then we came up with a little plot, and I was like, man, hey, what if I go over there with Fat Turbo and I'll say, hey, man, I'm done with my cousins, man. Fuck them and all this shit, And, and then we'll turn it into something, So when I went over there with Fat Turbo, I was like, hey, man, I want to join your crew and, I'm tired of dealing with my cousins and all that. And he's like, yeah, that's cool, man. And then, so here comes my cousins passing by the house, and I'm over here practicing with the other guys. Pero it was all a fucking setup, man. And, it's crazy.
And
So what happened?
Yeah, but my mom doesn't let me do those moves.
Se te chingó la rodilla, dije.
Oh yeah, manda mi mamá. So she's like, you ain't doing that. But I ended up dancing. We were dancing, little dance off. De repente I do a move and boom, I throw it back at the Fat Turbo and all his crew, and they're like, oh man, you're going against us. Oh, all right, that's what you wanted to do, and so you had to make it exciting,
Hell yeah.
It was fun, man. I ain't gonna lie.
And like, what were some of your favorite songs that y'all used to jam to or dance to and shit like
Well,
that?
of course, you got Planet Rock.
Uh-huh.
That's Jam on it.
Uh-huh.
That was
The hip to the hop, the hip to the...
the little Rapper's Delight.
Yeah.
Those
I was
were,
thinking Gangster's Paradise, but that's Coolio, no?
Yeah, but that's not a breakdance song.
No mames, yo, es para fumar
It's
mota.
fucking one-hit wonder. I think that was a one-hit wonder. That was it.
That boy's still hanging on to the fucking
Yeah, the
dreads over here
braid-
on the side, looking
the
like Hulk
braids.
Hogan, but braided and shit.
But then we took our stuff we took it over to Mexico, man. The breakdancing, because at that time, Seto's sister, she was a
Shout out to Seto, the other owner of the
yeah,
Bodega here.
Seto, shout out. His sister was having a quinceañera, so here we are thinking about, okay, we're gonna go dance over there, and her quinceañera was the first one to have breakdancing over there,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but while we were there, in Nueva Rosita, Coahuila, there's a plaza with like a gazebo and stuff. And we started breakdancing there, and then everybody, man, we had a whole crowd come over there, and I think it was barely coming in over there, and then we had a little dance off against another crew from over there, and for some reason they won.
What the fuck?
And they're dancing wapango and shit. And you over here breakdancing.
And I'm like, okay, they don't have not even they're nowhere near the moves that we have, All me and my cousins,
What we doing? Fucking...
Yeah, man, and I'm like,
El gusano.
yeah, and I'm like, they somehow won. And I was like, what? They gave us like second place. I was like, this is bullshit, But I want to send a shout out to my cousin Blas, Bull, Albert, Magoo. They were all
Tip-top
part of our
Magoo?
crew. Yeah, Magoo, man. They were all part of the crew, man.
So Blas that I know here.
Yeah, Blas.
No shit, he was a breakdancer too?
Breakdancing too.
God
man.
damn.
Yeah,
Sweet. That
Yeah.
motherfucker works out. He could probably still do some moves, huh?
I think so, man.
Shit.
We'll ask him next time he comes.
Ándale, sí, pa' que
He might
baile.
show up in a little bit.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah,
Bad.
yeah.
So, B-boy, right? How long were you doing that?
I think until I started getting into girls, which was not too long after that. I don't know. It might have lasted like 3 years, I think.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So
But those were
going
one
from-
of the funnest times of my
'cause
life,
look,
though, man.
I met you through Caesar, right? Grupo Delirio.
Grupo Delirio,
So
that's
how do
right.
you go from B-boy to norteño and tejano and shit, man? Like,
To
how do you?
norteño, man?
How did you? What the fuck?
It's a tripped out story, man. I was a pipe fitter, before I
From
became a
pipe
plumber.
fitter to pipe layer.
To pipe layer, there you go. But I used to be a pipe fitter. My helper was an older gentleman,
Uh-huh.
and of course I always had on my music. Hey, güey, cámbiale, güey. And I was like, nah, man, I like my music, and I was, like to listen to, my hip hop and stuff, and I didn't, we ended up making a deal, That went away. En la mañana, tú escuchas lo tuyo, en la tarde, after lunch,
I listen to
yo escucho lo mío, And then I started liking the music, man. So it wasn't, too far after that I would just let him listen the whole day, So I just basically, started liking the music, like I said, and
When
I
was
got
this? Like, what year was this?
I want to say like in 95,
Okay.
95, 96. But I mean, I was, like I said before that, I never listened to no Spanish music or nothing.
So, like,
of course,
when-
you had your Tejano, you listen to
Caco
yeah, Caco Cuca and all that. But my main choice was hip hop and R&B all the time. But
And well, we'll get back to Tejano real quick, but hip hop. I used to like some hip hop and I used to like some rock, right? But like, damn, man, hip hop today, like, fuck, dude.
fuck, I don't think that's hip hop, bro.
Right?
No.
Pero ahí estaba Mark antier con los 2 million viewers ahí viendo uno, ¿no, Mark?
Ah, sí, ¿cómo se llama? Tekashi 69.
Ahí estaba
man.
Mark. New song, new song.
Yeah.
So like, I'm guessing when you got into Spanish music, like, that was already when it was starting to transition out. O sea, like from badass hip hop to what we got today, right?
Yeah. I mean, you still had a couple more years because in rap, hip hop rap, you still like it was weird because they all had their times, like you had your Puff Daddy came out, and then he came out with all his artists, and then a little bit after that, salió you still had Timbaland. And then he brought out a lot of artists.
Man, Timbaland, fucking badass. Like of all like English music genres, that's the one guy I would like to shake his fucking hand, dude.
Really?
Like, a ver si se me pega el poquito el talento.
Oh, man,
algo.
he's a
Mamalo?
master,
Good,
man.
no, oh man, he's fucking badass,
Badass
bro.
producer,
Like,
man.
he just like
Dale una servilleta, güey, para que se...
it's gonna sound kind of funny, but like when he did Bringing Sexy Back with Justin Timberlake, that beat alone, dude, that beat right there, most of it is fucking beatboxing.
You like Justin Timberlake?
Nigga, I bought the first CD from NSYNC.
Really?
That was one of the first CDs I ever bought.
Es que se
Usher, My Way, and NSYNC, and New Flavor. Those were the first 3 CDs I ever bought.
So you like NSYNC?
I used to have an angelic voice just like him.
Well, man, I'm glad I'm not the
Say-
only
hey.
one that likes NSYNC, man.
For real?
Yeah.
Mark, se,
I'm glad I'm not-
se identificaba con
Well, I got a
con lo
poster of
güero.
NSYNC, to be honest, man.
No shit?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
But yeah, man, they're fucking badass, man. I mean, I say it now, Justin Timberlake
Spoots.
has more soul than a lot of brothers out there, Oh,
He sure does.
Yeah.
Oh,
Can he relate to the
I don't
music or no?
think so. He's
To the
more into
genre?
like
Sepa madre de qué
Cantinflas or
hablan.
whatever
No,
the
no.
fuck.
Okay.
Yo puro grupo Pig.
Ándale, sí. Shout out to Grupo Marrano.
Yeah. No, but after the Timberlakes, then Cash Money started coming in. Well, you had Juvenile, and then the Hot Boys and everybody. And then after that, I guess it just started sucking. After that, you had
Hey, Hot
fucking
Boys
mumble
went
rap.
from badass to like
Yeah.
fucking weird motherfuckers now.
Yeah.
So back to Tejano and Norteño, right?
Come
so
on.
you started, you got into it. You started listening to the music whenever you were a pipe fitter
Right.
and working with that older guy.
Yeah.
So like, what are some of the bands and stuff that you like as far as? Let's start off with, I mean, I know you like Tejano because you put me onto some Tejano songs.
Yeah.
That I mean, I consider myself a big Tejano fan, and you showed me some shit.
Yeah.
So like, what do you let them know like what kind of Tejano do you like? Tejano conjunto and shit.
There's certain conjunto I do not like,
Okay.
and I think you know what it. I don't know how they categorize conjunto music. How do they do that? Like your Boney Mauricio shit. Fuck that motherfucker, man. I don't like that nigga.
Fight.
He
fight.
No, but I'm saying
what
it.
you're I know what
I'm
you're
saying
talking
it because
about.
I had experience with his ass, and that motherfucker he disrespected. And up to this day, I can tell you right now, fuck Boney Mauricio. Man. That's your boy or what?
No. I just Like,
He wants to cry. You know?
no,
Yeah, it wasn't
it's
crime,
funny.
man.
No,
What the
it's funny.
fuck?
It's funny because
Choking up.
there's a few things that I do, right? As far as our show goes, and I just recently started watching
For
some of his
example,
stuff. You
del
know,
cuerpo lo tienen igual.
And-
esos güeyes.
there's some stuff that he does that I
That
noticed
I
that I
do.
already did that before I got into him.
Okay.
Like dirty jokes during songs, or like con doble sentido, some shit, and then
Right.
you know, like not singing the song the way it is, you know. But the first time I saw him, I didn't know about him yet, and I looked at him, who the fuck is this clown? Because you know the whole zoot suit and
Yeah.
like them thick fucking glasses aquí, you know what I'm talking about? Them
Oh, yeah.
Gucci shits, and like that's gay.
Well, I mean, you want to know the story behind it?
That's gay. I'm gonna go get some.
Why I don't like his ass?
Why?
Okay. I was in a cook-off team, you know. Shout out to Damn It Boy Cookers.
Damn it, boy.
Damn It Boy Cookers. Tony, Johnny, Seth, everybody, you know, that was Joey.
Ahí están todos los trophies, compadre.
Yeah. Those trophies I had on the wall, man.
We'll do
But-
we'll do that on some B-roll. We'll show a little mini tour.
Yeah. But I was always in charge. I never did any cooking on there. None of that. You know, my cousin got me, you know, on the team to deal with as far as getting music together. So that was my thing was to get all
the music.
bands or whatever, you know, DJs or whatever. Any type of entertainment, that was me. So I had to go out and, you know,
Find 'em.
find bands and stuff like that. And then, to be honest, that's how I met a lot of the guys that I know now, you know, because, you know, having to look for them and stuff like that,
Hey,
man.
he's told me some stories about people that he's met, like not just musicians, dog, like fucking big time major leaguer athletes and shit. So we'll get back to that in a bit.
Yeah. So what we did, you know, I always like to put a twist to it, you know, because everybody has, you know, your regular bands, 2 bands a night. So I'm like, man, you know what? I'm gonna change. I tried to having break dancers and fuck y'all, man. Y'all was shot down my idea. Me and my cousin and all that, man. You know, I love those motherfuckers, but man, they piss me off every time, but they wouldn't let me do my shit. Pero
Mándalos a la otra
yeah,
vez.
man.
Do not
I
hit
just-
me.
man. They pissed me off, man. Anyways, I always wanted to put a twist, you know, because I even had a comedian one time. Well, he called himself a comedian, man, because the motherfucker, he wasn't really that funny, man. So one year, you know, I said, man, I'm gonna close out the night with a fucking mariachi. And shout out to, you know, my boy Jose Longoria and Mariachi Imperial.
Oh.
They came through, man. He goes, you want us there, Mark? I said, yeah, man. He goes, we'll be there, man.
Badass.
So Boni Mauricio came in because here's another thing I would argue with my cousin about all the time also, you know. Hey, my boy, so-and-so, he sponsored $1,200, you know. But that's so he can pay for Boni Mauricio. And I was like, no. The shit has to come through me first, man. But anyway, they let the motherfucker have his way, okay? And at the end of the night, it was already time for him to get off, you know, because I had a schedule that I went by, you know. By this time, you got to be off, you know. I'll give you about 8 minutes before we get the next
Performer.
performer in there. So we're like, hey, man, I'm like, hey, 2 more songs, you know. And then he kept going and kept going and kept going. And he wouldn't fucking stop, man. And I was like, hey, bro, what's this? So finally, you know, he fucking started disrespecting my mariachi, dude.
Oh, that's mean.
He said, man, are y'all here to fucking jam or y'all want to sit here and listen to fucking mariachi?
From stage?
Yeah, dude.
No mames.
Oh man.
La verga.
And man, another compadre, Rick
Otro Joe.
Rick Marquez, man, he's no, yeah.
Otro Joe.
I see Joe doing that.
Y'all want
shit.
some badass fucking cumbia and tejano?
Yeah,
like a
y'all wanna listen to
motherfucker?
these
Or
fucking
y'all trying to jam
marranos?
some norteño
Este,
fucking
güey.
corridos and shit.
Che, Juan
So-
Marta.
So, guy named Rick,
yeah.
Rick Marquez, man, from the team, he said, man, fuck this motherfucker. He fucking disconnected his mic. He said, get the fuck off the fucking stage. He told him like that, man.
Fuck yeah.
And we fucking ended the night with our mariachi the way we're supposed to. And I ain't kidding you, bro. Fucking people from everywhere were just lined up outside of our tent, man. They're like, wow, you brought a fucking mariachi. And I was like, it was something different,
Yeah.
But even, Jose Longoria from the mariachi, he was like, hey, Mark, don't worry about it, man. Whenever they get off, no, he didn't want no confrontation. No, but,
He handled it like a pro.
yeah, he's like a pro. He's a professional, man. He's a great person, man. But, yeah, man, and that's the story, behind that, man. Why, man, that motherfucker pissed me off. Man.
Oh, shit, the pig.
Ahora se salió el pinche marrano. Córrele, güey.
All right. So we're back. Sorry about that. It's because we got this fucking pig. It's the first time he showed up was last week. And, you give him a little loose leash and the motherfucker
Another
wants to take
fat
over
joke.
shit.
Damn, that's fucking
Shout out to Franco.
But yeah, so before the pig interrupted, we were talking about your love for Bonnie Mauricio. And
man, fuck that nigga. Though.
so you really don't like.
I don't like him, man.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what. I have a Jeep that I bought from this buddy of mine from he used to live in Corpus. So when I got the Jeep from him and whatever, I looked in the fucking CD player. Fucking, what do you think it is? Fucking Bonnie Mauricio, greatest hits. Man, his two hits. So what I did, man, I actually made a video. I said, look, check this out, guys. I got the CD, greatest hits. There's only one place for this. Fucking open the trash, and I threw that some bitch in there. Man. Fuck that motherfucker, man.
Any other?
Is there anybody else you want to just
Shit,
talk
man.
shit, dude? Man, fuck. Nah. I try to get along with everybody, man.
Todavía no.
So look,
Yeah,
I guess we could talk about your friends then, right? Because you know a whole lot of fucking people, right? Like I was saying earlier,
No.
he knows a lot of fucking people.
People know you.
A lot of people know me.
O sea, ubícate estúpido.
No.
But he knows a lot of fucking people. Like, he told me this story probably like a couple of months or about a year ago, right? And I don't remember everything. So when he tells you this story, I'm gonna be fucking like, damn, badass too. So you know some big leaguers like baseball wise, right? So you don't have to mention the name if you don't feel comfortable.
Yeah.
I mean, it makes it more valid. But tell me about that, because you know people, and you know people that steal cars.
Steal cars. No. Shout out to my boy Lou Flores, man. I met. Lou hooked me up with that,
he
right?
hooked me up with this badass.
When the fuck are you gonna smoke it, dog?
Well, fuck it right now then.
Well, come on, blaze it up.
So shout outs to Lou.
Yeah. Well, Lou at the
Pero aquí
time he
todos son
was.
bien culos. Nomás te traen a ti.
He was in a. Well, give him the other kind that you smoked to him.
No.
Ahí sí te
Está
colé.
bien.
Lou at the time he was an assistant for a Houston Astros baseball player.
Lou.
Yeah, my friend Lou. He was here last week.
Yeah. The crawfish. Todo.
See. And he was actually living with that guy, man. He was living with the baseball player. And he would call me, hey, man, come over. What do you mean? Said, man, we're going to barbecue, man. So I thought about Lou, man, fucking and Chinga barbecuing. But I didn't know when I showed up, man, a lot of the fucking athletes lived in that same complex. So they were all, baseball players. A couple of Texans lived there. But we're talking, he used to live with Octavio Dotel.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so then there was another player, Brian Hunter. he played for the Astros. I believe he was a center fielder. He lived there too, man. He was a cool cat, man. I ain't gonna lie. That guy was awesome, man. Man, not real humble guy, man. And I really got off to him, man. This is around the time that what was it Julio Lugo? He beat up on his old lady. Remember that?
I think so, yeah.
Well, he got. I think the Astros kind of put him in a little, suspended him or whatever.
Okay,
So,
yeah.
So he could no longer stay at his house. He had to move in with the hotel. So it was cool because Julio Lugo still wanted to go. You know, he would still get his workout in. So we would go to Baseball USA, and he had a trainer, personal trainer, and you know, and he'd be like, "Hey, grab a glove and practice with me." So I'd play either second base, and you know, and he's practicing his double plays or whatever. But I mean, I'm like, man, this is cool, you know. But there was one day that motherfucker pissed me off too. He did, man. That fucker pissed me off, man.
What do you do?
He had ordered some food. That motherfucker. He ordered some food, right? And I had just got there, man, and then so he says, my friend Lou says,
Ponle pelos ya.
my friend Lou will tell him, "Hey, Mark, come on, man, you want to eat?" I said, "Nah, I'm not hungry, bro. You know, I already ate." You know, and he made a comment like, "Well, míralo, no lo ves que estaba viendo." I'm like,
No mames.
and then, oh man, I just looked at the dude, and man, I just looked at him, man. He goes, nah, I'm just playing around, bro. And I'm like, fuck you, man. I'm like, yeah, I don't, man. Like, who are you, man? You know, I was like, man, I should have beat his ass. Then he would have really been in trouble. You know, can you imagine he just beat up his old lady and then I would have got into a fight with him? Yeah, he would have looked real bad. But I just let it go, you know. But he knew that I got pissed off, man. But, you know.
I swear, man, everybody pisses you off.
Man, yeah, he fucking pissed me off, that motherfucker, man. But I got to meet Jimmy Rollins, badass shortstop too, man. He played with the Phillies.
Yeah.
And it was weird because when he came in, you know, after the game, they came over there to Brian Hunter's place, which he lived right where Dotel lived. They were one lived upstairs, one lived downstairs.
Yeah.
So like, hey, let's go out. Y el otro, ¿cómo se llama? Vizcaíno. También vivía
He
ahí.
was fast as fuck, dude.
So we were all like, they're like, hey, let's take these guys out, you know. So we said, all right. And Lou had the hookup at what the fuck is that? T-Town. So he just calls his people, hey man, we're on our way over there. We're gonna go to T-Town and so they reserve a spot, you know, the VIP spot. And then they brought them a bartender, you know. And, man, we just chopped it up there the whole fucking night, man. And there was another guy, his name's Marlon Bird. He played for the Philadelphia also. And when we left, they had met some girls, man. And these girls were in a fucking hoopty, man. In a fucked up ride, dude. I ain't lying. But we're like, man, we rode with them, you know.
Como el verde de mi compadre, o
Yeah, no, hombre, that was a fucking clean car. That's a clean car compared to theirs, man. Because I've seen that car.
I swear, man, I ain't got no kind of luck or passion or love for cars, man. Fuck cars. I don't even like driving. I don't like having a car. I don't like having to pay for insurance and to fix no fucking oil leaks, man. Fuck that shit, dog. So,
Yeah.
But yes.
So yeah, man. We're taking off, and then Marlon Bird is actually driving that piece of shit car, man. And then I was like, bro, I said, you know, if you want, I'll drive, man. He's like, nah, I'm good. And then we stopped at the red light. He gives that fucking guy $100, man. The fucking panhandler. And then, you know, we just went back to we went back to the, you know, their condos and the rest I can't talk about.
Puro party.
We had a good time.
I think that's the
just said we
stories
had
I
a good
want to
time,
know.
man.
Shit.
But, you know, another at that time, it was still CDs, So
Bonnie Mauricio.
nah, yeah, hell yeah.
Chinga.
So I always loved music, of course. So I would always travel with my stuff, man. So I was like, man, what can I put on, man? Was a couple of black dudes and a couple of Dominicans, and let me put on some R&B, hip hop, and some salsa merengue, bachata. So I started fucking, mixing it up, man. And I was in charge of the fucking radio, and Jimmy Rollins gave me a fucking compliment, man. He said, man, you know what? You know your shit, bro. He said, man, next time I come, I want to hook up with you, man, because I want you to come, man, and play some more music for me, man. And, and that's the way, when he came, man,
I'm sorry, did he have any like special requests or anything like that?
No, he's just like, man, you know what to play, man. You know what to play. He just told me like that.
If somebody asked you for a request, like a certain song that they want, like how do you handle? I mean, because like, do you know it or you not know it? What do I do, or what do you like? How do you handle requests?
Well, yeah, that's a good question. You can ask all my family. I don't fucking do requests. And any fucking DJ, any DJ that does requests is not a fucking DJ, man. And I'm sure, I hope that that's what you do, man. Because if not, I'm about to get on your ass, man.
Pero este estúpido con $20 se vende.
Oh, no, hell no.
Ahí con una de 100 hasta la compongo, güey.
Oh, damn, bro.
Hasta le echa mentiras con uno de 5 este.
I don't even speak Spanish, ya ando componiendo canciones, güey.
No, because I mean, we've had parties here, and my family, I'm not doing requests, man. And we had a crawfish bowl one time, and bro, I just came to set up, and I was like, man, I'm a DJ for this guy, man. He didn't hire me. He just said, I said, you know what? Hey, I'm going to put a little bit of music for you, man. So I started, I was in my work boots and, my work clothes. And I started, playing some music. Bro, I didn't leave the whole night. I was DJing in all my work fucking clothes because the people didn't want me to leave, man. But I just got to be in that zone, I can't have a drunk motherfucker coming up to me and asking me, can you play this song, which has nothing to fucking do with what I'm playing right now.
I feel you, dog. It, like, we're jamming and stuff, and it's cool. Like, when they come and ask you for a song, it's kind of what the people want to hear sometimes, right? But then sometimes the same dude comes up, and it's like, man, you ain't the only motherfucker here, dog.
No, you're not.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, dude. I want them to show.
Yeah.
And,
the people are dancing, and that's your job. Your job, your guys' job is to have those people on the dance floor, man.
Shout outs to Botanero, man, for sponsoring the...
Shit, break bread. Let me see.
Well, I wish I knew what it tastes like.
Porque ya valió madre, ya me lo chingué todo.
Yeah?
Make sure I throw in the beef jerky and not the cigar.
Damn.
Se llamaba.
So yeah, I don't like that shit. I don't like that fucking request bullshit, man. Fuck that.
Because like you kind of go in, say you ask questions about the people, or sometimes you want to, you put your own music, right? You're in a certain zone. But like when we go to a gig, I kind of have an idea more or less of, depending on what we're playing, what I'm gonna play, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I have it in my head, and then somebody asks me for a song, and we're like, man, I don't have that one, or hey, I got this one instead. But then they're like back and forth, and we're trying to keep the show going,
Yeah.
And they want to go sit there and argue and throw their hands up, and because you don't have the song, or you're gonna, like, hey, chill out, dog. Like, we're here to have a good time too.
And you know what upsets me too, Joe? I've seen you guys play a lot, along with our other, musician friends that we have. I try to go to support, you guys as much as I can. But I cannot stand when you guys are jamming and a motherfucker is standing right in front of you trying to talk to you while you are playing the fucking song. I'm like, can you wait until the fucking song is over?
Oh, Freddie Finger's in the
Oh,
house.
my boy, look at him.
Ah.
We ain't gonna say who, pero
Yeah.
es un guapo.
Mira.
Why not? Why
Ay.
not? My boy Eddie Bella in the house.
Yes, sir.
Ahí te lo veis, compadre, cuando quieras.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so I can't stand it when they do that, man. I'm like, you don't see they're working, you know? But to me, I don't understand, man. You know, wait till the fucking song is over, man. Then, you know, go ask whatever song you want.
De por sí, yo tocando, me voy de nalgas siempre. I always mess up.
And I always
Y
Is that
esto
why he's-
siempre me los manda a mí. So they'll be trying to talk to me, I'm trying to concentrate. Todo perdido. So I have this one. ¿Me estoy
Míralo.
muriendo o qué? I have this one screaming at me porque dando en otro tono. Y I have this one asking for like 7 songs. So I just
Damn.
tell him, ya nomás les digo, write it down en una napkin y mándamelo.
Uh-huh. Yeah, that's better. I mean, you know.
Like, that's how I tell them.
Have y'all ran into like any issues with guys? I mean, can I ask you guys questions
Yeah,
now?
yeah,
you know,
yeah.
have y'all ever had any issues with, you know, like people? Hey, man, hey, no vas a tocar la que te dije or anything like that, and they get aggressive or anything?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He
Yeah,
has
that
plenty
every
of times.
What happens? So how do you handle that?
Pues a mí una vez me tocó, it's a funny story, it's a true story though. We were playing over there en un lugar allá muy lejos, allá por la playa. And there's this one lady man
Ham.
comes right and then she's
Ham.
like, hey, y'all play Juana la Cubana? And I'm like, oh, yeah. I don't even ask this fool porque es otro Marq, no request.
No
Hasta de
request,
nosotros.
yeah.
Like, whatever he has, we just follow him. So I didn't even say, whatever, we'll play a cumbia right now, you know, whatever. Y luego viene otra vez, hey, Juana la Cubana. Pero ya, like, you know, it's like, oh, shit.
Más
you know,
seria.
like, yeah. Seria. I don't know.
Serio.
Cerota.
Serio.
Ceroa. Y luego, I'm like, oh, sí, ahorita, you know, it's because we have a program going and shit. Pero ahorita we'll play it. Y luego ya vino pero siempre así, bien acá, bien girlish. Ya la tercera vez que vino ya me dijo, bueno, cabrón, así, with the voice, like, bueno, cabrón, ¿van a tocar Juan la Cubana o no? And I'm like, hey, Joe, come on, no, diciendo una madre.
Damn, hombre.
Yeah. So we were like, man, I just said, tan, because he heard him too. I was like, oh, shit.
Yeah.
Madre, I keep telling you, bro. Like,
Yeah.
So, I mean, nah, but I don't know, dude. Sometimes we try to, just depends, you know, si hay uno de 20 o así.
Sí.
Uf.
Well, yeah, you know, for you guys, I tell you what, if I'm in the mood, I'll fucking DJ for free. I won't give a fuck. But if so that's why I always say, man, it's too expensive to get me out there, man, because I have to be in the zone in order to, or in the mood to really want to fucking jam for you guys, you know. But I've had experiences too, man. I used to DJ with this guy named Henry, right? And we did a wedding. Y viene el papá de la novia. Dice, hey, puedes tocar, I don't know. He started naming some kind of old, ¿qué pasó?
My bad, dude, es que yo ya se cagó o algo, una de las moscas
yeah.
aquí.
So the guy's asking me for an old Tejano artist, like real old.
Bonnie.
No, Bonnie. Some other. That's narco con Bonnie, no. So, and then I said, "Oh no, I don't have that, man." He goes, "You're not a real DJ." Así me dijo. He goes, "You're not a real DJ." And I was like, "Damn." So and it's funny because I had asked the novio, you know, what did he want to say? He go, "Man, I've heard you guys jam. Y'all jam whatever y'all want, you know." I said, "Hey man, can we play rap?" Yeah, man. Fucking dance floor was packed, bro, with all the youngsters, you know. The dad comes over there and says, "Hey, turn that shit off." I said, "No." I said, "You're not paying us." He says, I said, "You want it off? Go talk to the novio, you know, your new son-in-law, the one that's dicking down your daughter, man." I said, "You go talk to him, man." And then
Grandpa.
he goes, "No, I'm telling you to turn it off." And he fucking put his hands on my mixer and shit.
Ooh.
And I fucking grabbed his hand. And I fucking threw it out. And then by then, people, they fucking grabbed him. And then the guy comes over. Hey, what happened, Mark? I said, man, he fucking started grabbing my shit, dude. And, because he doesn't want us to play this music. He goes, no, you continue playing that music. And we kept on jamming, we're like, and I get it, man, because sometimes, and like I would hate, man, I hated, the most thing I hated, man, was DJing for my family when it's, like when we're talking about the aunts and uncles and everybody, cause,
Joke.
because we're, the younger crowd was into, younger music, the older crowd, hey, ya cámbiale ese pedo, and I'm like, man, fuck, man. I'm like, it's not just you, Mom. It's not just,
It's hard. Bro,
man, it's hard, man.
Complacer a todos,
Yeah.
Even, I think it's harder whenever you're like, kind of play off of covers. Porque they expect you to play everything. Nosotros nos han pedido esta banda, dude. I'm like, where the fuck do you see a Tua? Like, what the fuck? Or
when they ask you for like a song que es not even una canción que no es. You get your little.
Hey, toquen una de MS. I'm like, first of all, este güey va a alcanzar la pinche voz hasta allá.
Never underestimate me.
Va a estar ahí.
Yeah, don't understand, man.
Never underestimate me.
Yeah.
¿Sabes qué?
Y luego de amor.
Pues sí.
Luego de amor
Oh, yeah,
todavía.
Mr. Lover Man.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, man, it's. I just didn't like doing stuff like that, man.
So when did you start DJing?
I don't know, man. I started liking it when I was young. I think after all the b-boy era stuff, man, because they would bring in like rap artists and stuff. We used to go to the ¿cómo se llama? It was called the Swatch Watch Fest. It was in Asheville at the amphitheater that they had there in Asheville. Mm-hmm. And every year, man, it was like LL Cool J and Run DMC, the Fat Boys. I mean, they had all those stars, man, and it was nice. And then, I started seeing the DJs and stuff, and I'm like, man, that's badass, man. So,
DJing, I know this is part of music too, pero nunca te dio como to try to learn instrument también along the way? Like,
man, I tell you what, Lalo, I don't know how many instruments I have, and I can't play one, man.
I mean, we got one of them right there.
Yeah, there's a guitar here. I have those little, what are they called?
Bongos.
The little
Those little bongos there. I got a drum set.
You got an accordion?
I got an accordion.
Hey, that accordion has been on some music videos. I'll tell you what.
No se sacado de...
Yeah.
I mean,
puros.
that accordion right there, dog. Appreciate that.
Yeah.
Like, he's let me borrow this accordion before. Badass, even though it's not my preferred brand. But,
I too.
I prefer German made. Germans got anything right, it's cars, ovens, and accordions.
Okay. Yeah, but I don't know how to play any of them.
How many? Never mind. I was gonna say one of those German jokes, but never mind. I don't think it's the time for that right now.
Oh,
Do it.
So, like, you know a bunch of bands too, right? Who are some of the local bands that you've met that you've worked with and stuff like that? Because I know you do a lot of a lot of the stuff that's here at the bodega. It's at the cook-offs. They they come to you. You're like a padrino.
Well, yeah, I mean, I try to help. I like whatever I can do for a band. I like helping people out. If I can do it, I just hate you getting screwed over. Once you fuck me over, man, that's it. I don't want nothing to do with you, man. And I'm sure there's a guy that's gonna watch this video and he's gonna know I'm talking about him. But I don't care if he fucking knows either.
The pig, dude.
Again?
What the fuck? We're supposed to.
Where is he? Man, I got to
Give
change
me-
for
give me
that
a second.
motherfucker. And no, this is not the fucking Yankees of Mexico. That's what he said. Right?
Pinches Yankees valen verga.
All right. We're back. Sorry about that. Again, this fucking pig, man. I
Eh,
swear.
hay que hacerlo carnitas ya, dude, porque nomás
Joe,
anda
I
cagando
got
el palo.
I think there's in one of these barrels, I think there's a chain that Seto has in there somewhere.
Para que te amarres el hocico, tú, cabrón. Porque ya no tragues.
Him or the pig, one or the other. Shit, I don't give a fuck, man. Just
I already forgot what
contain
the
that
fuck.
motherfucker, man.
I don't forgot what the fuck we were talking about. But you know, something happened with the pig, and my boy had to come and change his clothes real quick.
Se cagó el...
So you're wearing a Sultanes jersey right now. A little while ago, you were wearing a Roberto Clemente, I think it was.
Oh yeah,
Right?
The pics for...
the t-shirt, yeah.
T-shirt.
It was
Yeah.
T-shirt,
Roberto
man.
Clemente, yeah.
Baddest t-shirt.
That's one hell of a. He was a hell of a ball player, man.
So aside of like all the historical significant shit, you know,
Mhm.
he was a badass player.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
humanitarian. He decides to go to somewhere else other than his country to go deliver food, and then he dies in the process.
Mm.
I mean,
Damn.
come on, you know, you're not even helping your own country.
Somebody
You're helping somebody else, and you die in the process. You know.
Mm.
Hell, they have a reward for him. You know,
Yeah,
every
yeah.
year. You know.
For the humanitarian efforts,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
Didn't
man.
Biggio get the award one
Yeah, I
time?
think he got
Right?
it. Yeah, I believe so.
He was badass.
Yeah, but my older brother was named after Roberto Clemente.
Ándale.
Yeah, so
Do
I
you own
believe
it?
probably.
No, no.
¿Qué
You
pasó?
can say, no, tú es...
No, go ahead.
Do you own any, like, memorabilia así como de, like, baseball stuff? Que
Oh,
digas, "Man, this
baseball
is, like,
cards and stuff like that. Yeah.
You know what? As a matter of fact, ahorita que me acuerdo, I have a bag of baseball cards, and I don't even know if they're worth it or not.
Uh-huh.
I don't collect
Bring
them.
it. They're probably
Somebody
not.
left them.
Bring 'em,
Somebody
they're probably
left them
not.
behind. There's some nice Astro ones in there, man.
Really?
I got some like Colt 45 cards in there también, like one or two, I think. The guy used to take care of them,
Yeah.
but I don't even know if they're worth or not. Pero
Yeah,
Yeah.
I got cards and I got a couple comics. I mean, I don't even know what they're worth nowadays.
No, I mean,
but-
like even the stuff you have here is pretty, like it's pretty neat.
yeah.
I remember seeing here like you had a few like vinyl album covers.
Oh
and stuff
yeah,
like
yeah.
that.
They're I got them in the back because when they were we had the stage back there at one time, but it wasn't like this, you know. It was just we made it out of pallets, but when the speakers would rumble, you know, they started knocking down all the vinyl that I had on top of it.
Okay.
So that's the reason why I put them in a box back there. But I'm thinking about putting them back up here, you know.
With the new speakers.
Yeah. Yeah, there you go. But now, yeah, somehow securing them up there, though, because, you know, I like the way it looked. You know, I had some pretty good vinyl up there, you know.
And looking at this jersey, right, it reminds me, Lalo actually brought it up to me también, is how do you feel about the Astros right now with the whole cheating scandal, right?
It's cheating. El
Si
que
no
no tranza,
tranzas, no
no.
avanza.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was pissed at first, man. I was.
You were mad we got caught, or you mad we did it?
No, I'm mad that they did it. I mean, I have a lot of respect for the game of baseball, you know, and for me, to somebody to cheat like that, I thought it was pretty fucked up, you know. I was like,
See, I was
That
mad they
shit
were
don't go,
accusing
man.
us at first, and then I was like, wait a second, don't we still sign from second anyway?
and then you know, everybody always says, "Oh man, but everybody does it." I don't give a fuck what everybody does, you know. I like to keep
Damn,
the
I was
game
about
as
to say that.
as you know, as normal as original as
So
it's
you're
always been.
anti-doping also,
Oh yeah, man.
except for your morning dope.
There's my, set my morning dope. There you go, man. Yeah, I mean, I like just those. The collision at home plate. I fucking hate that rule too.
Like let them.
You know that Buster Posey rule.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, because he got his ass fucking knocked out, and they had to make a rule that you can't fucking, you know. And remember, we were talking about what positions I played. Okay, after shortstop, I ended up playing catcher.
Oh, shit.
And believe me, I used to love for a motherfucker to try to come at me, man, at home plate. And I mean, I had a couple fights, man, because, you know, I fucking showed that motherfucker, bam, and then I spiked the ball on the ground, man. And then, you know, one guy fucking pushed me, man. It was on after that, you know. But I had a lot of fun, you know. But I like the game to stay as original as possible, man. I don't like all that.
So you don't like that we cheated. I mean, because we did.
No, I didn't like that. But when all this shit started going on, you know, that everybody's, you know, talking shit about the Astros and all this, I thought it was a punk ass move to apologize. They shouldn't have never apologized.
But I don't think we really did.
Yeah, but you know, it came out and they apologized. I would have just said, hey, you know, it is what it is.
I was
Because no matter what, in their mind, you've already cheated. So it's not gonna matter whether you apologize or not. It's not kind of like a woman, you know. No, for real. I mean, think about it.
What I didn't like was when we had the fan day, right?
Yeah.
And they sent Bregman and who was with them?
Is it Correa or?
I think Correa or Altuve, right? They sent, you know, they let them speak to the people and shit, right? But they didn't give them like a prepared statement. You know?
Yeah. Bregman and Altuve.
Yeah, right. They went out and
Yeah.
they talked about it, but like they weren't told or coached how to deal with that question.
Yeah.
You know, like you either address it or you try to defer it.
Yeah.
You know, and they weren't. You could tell they weren't
prepared for it. Yeah, and that's where, you know, I think that's where they apologize. And you know, and then every MLB player wants to put their, you know, 2 cents in. And before this, I was tired of Correa shit already. I'm like, ship that motherfucker off somewhere, man. You know, he's always hurt. You know, there was always an excuse for him not to be in the game, you know. And I was getting tired of it already, but when he came to the defense of his ball players, I was like, he needs to stay here, you know. That changed my whole, you know, the way I see him, you know, because he's down for his guys, you know. And he defended his guys, you know, and he broke down, you know, the game, how it, you know, how the Dodgers lost and how it wouldn't have made a difference, you know. But, you know, I don't like that they, you know, started. Every player had their own little opinion. Even Mike Trout is like well-respected player. He never gets into, you know, he never wants to get into any controversy or anything like that. But he actually came out and said something, man. I'm like, dude, just shut the fuck up, man.
I was really looking forward to seeing the Rat get fucking beamed, bro. Like the Rat, the main motherfucker that opened the goddamn mouth.
Oh yeah.
You know, I was waiting for him. I wanted to see opening day, and see somebody beat him. Cause even if we don't get to play them, right? Somebody else is gonna beat him for breaking the locker room code, I guess. You know what I'm saying?
And it was fucking stupid is that the Boston was talking shit about us. Yankees were talking, and now it comes out that they were fucking cheating themselves.
I'm telling you, fuck the Yankees, dog.
Fuck Yankees.
So, you know,
Fuck Gus.
somebody said that this. Okay, I'm wearing a Sultanes jersey, right? Somebody said that this is kind of like the Yankees of Mexico, is it? I don't think it is, but.
Man, I have a little bit more respect for them than I do the Yankees.
Really? How come you don't like the Yankees,
Man,
man?
fuck the Yankees.
No,
dude.
for real, why? I mean,
Like,
look,
¿Y los Dodgers también?
a ball player, it's every ball player's dream to play for the Yankees, man.
but it's just fucking hyped up, dude.
Pero
They
was, no, porque ahorita ya.
like
No, I
they-
think there's history behind it, and they take it. It's like an honor for them to fucking play for the Yankees, man.
I don't see it. I don't see it. Like it's fucking hyped up. Like for the same reason people don't like the Cowboys, right? Like
I don't mind the Cowboys.
you
To
don't.
be honest, no, I don't. I just they're a Texas team, and fucking
So
our
you don't
Texans
mind the
ain't worth the
Rangers?
fuck. Our Texans ain't worth the fuck, man. That's another thing, man. No, I'm gonna be honest. You have real fans, and you have, true fans, and you have fake fans, man. To me, the fake fans are the ones that, no matter what, they still want to talk shit. Oh man, about the Texans, and they're more worried about the fucking Cowboys losing than the fucking Texans winning. To me, that's a true fan is. I call myself a true fan because I'll dog out my team. They fucked up this week, man. Yeah, they fucking sucked this week, man. And some people are, man, how can you talk about? You're just like a bandwagon fan. I ain't a bandwagon fan.
No, a bandwagon fan is
I'm
the
being
ones that go for
honest,
the
man.
Patriots and now they go for the Bucks.
Yeah. You know, you know any guy like that? Don't tell me you know somebody like
Bro,
that.
I'm looking right at the motherfucker. Shout out to Gus again.
Gus nomás supo que era sports y se dejó venir. Porque no había venido. Dijo, nah, I'm going to be audience today. I'm going to be talking shit.
Yeah, but yeah, I don't mind the Cowboys. I mean, you know, I got a lot of friends that are, you know, they root for the Cowboys, and you know, it don't bother me. You know, I can't stand the fucking Patriots though. I think it's more Tom Brady. I don't like Tom Brady. Man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
In baseball, I can't stand Pedroia.
yeah.
I fucking hate that motherfucker. Fuck the Red Sox. Hey, everybody's like, hey, man, let's go to Boston. You'll love Boston. Man, fuck Boston.
You
No,
know,
Manny Ramirez ain't there no more, so I ain't got no reason to go, man.
I've never liked Albert Pujols. I just don't like the
No?
motherfucker, dude.
Cocky, right?
Yeah, man. Like, he's like a fake humble. Like,
Yeah.
I've never liked him. I've never liked the Cardinals. I never liked the Cubs. I never liked the Reds. I was okay with the Rockies, but everybody and anybody and everybody in the National League Central Division a couple years ago,
Yeah.
like I hated them. It didn't matter who was playing them. I was going for the other team.
Yeah. See, my favorite team is Atlanta Braves.
Mm.
And
Which
I've
team?
like,
Which Atlanta Braves team?
man, the 90s, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah. Talking about, you know, you had what? Maddox, Glavine,
Who?
Avery,
Who? Chipper?
Chipper Jones, Deion Sanders, that's my favorite player in baseball or football, man. That prime time, baby. That was it. He's always been my favorite player, man.
Mm.
Like you know, once he got with the Cowboys, though, man. I mean, even though I like the Cowboys, I mean, I had to root for. I just rooted for Deion only, though.
Mm.
On any team he was with, you know, I didn't care how the team did as long as he had good stats that weekend.
My dad, he's a big football fan,
Yeah.
and he didn't.
His football or real football?
The real football.
Okay.
Football.
Dynamo. ¿Qué, güey? Hey, this is a year, man. This is a year.
My dad doesn't, you know, he
Forever
liked
orange.
football, and he always hated Deion Sanders' character. Because, pero chingado, ese güey, ese negro si corren con madre.
Yeah. It's kind of like, I'm not too much into basketball, but Draymond Green,
Mm.
oh, man, I can't fucking stand him. But, man, I would love to have him on our team, you know? I would love to have that motherfucker on my team. I can't stand him, though, but...
I liked when we had Beverly. Like, I don't know much
Yeah.
about basketball, but I know that I liked his style. He reminded me of like a miniature Charles Barkley.
Okay.
Like that dog mentality, you know?
Yeah.
I like that shit about him.
Yeah.
Now, but he was with us, but now he's our problem, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what happens.
Mm.
You know, Osmus was the same way.
Oh, man. You know, he is my favorite catcher of all time.
Really?
Yes.
Kenny Lofton, we lost that one.
Yeah.
Remember? He was with us, and then...
Didn't we have...
It's like everybody that was with the Astros, and then when they took off, that's where they started shining, you know?
Oh, it's Carlos Beltran.
Por aquí tienen que
I never
empezar.
like
liked
him,
him.
man.
Aquí agarran lo bueno y luego ya se van.
See?
Like Cole. Like
I don't blame
Clemens. Like
I didn't
Pettit.
like Clemens.
They had Johnny Damon. They had CC Sabathia. Like anybody that was a badass player somewhere, like they just threw their whole fucking money at him and
Oh,
like,
yeah,
okay,
yeah.
come
Come
over
with
here.
us.
Even though they don't fit
A-Rod.
into the mechanics, they don't fit like they have that chemistry.
A-Rod. Fucking. I'm not
The
gonna say.
Rangers were stuck
I'm not
paying
gonna
the
say.
bill.
I'm not saying I dislike A-Rod.
Ese que,
I didn't-
Y'all are
dice,
some
hay,
fucking
hay-
dicks,
hay
man.
feria, dice, para pagar.
I used to love A-Rod when he was, you know, upcoming. You know, I was like, man, what better dream than to come out of high school and right away sign with a team, and fucking a year later you're already playing in the major leagues, you know? And to me, what I didn't like about him was that he had the potential to be the best player ever in baseball. And then he had, you know, of course he got caught. Well, it was never proven, huh? It was?
It was.
Well, it was, you know, he got, but then he had the nerve to want to sue Major League Baseball, and I was like, "Fuck is wrong with you, man?" But you know, ever since then, I didn't like him after that, man. You know,
Pues,
but what about you? I mean, let's talk to Lalo for a little
yo
bit.
puro
man.
soccer, dude.
Soccer.
I'm
that's
lost
it?
right now.
Really?
Yo puro Dynamo.
Puro Dynamo?
Yeah.
He goes for some
Dynamo,
like some Spanish team.
Girls and music.
See, like football. I mean, soccer. I can only.
Dynamo, girls, and music.
You like girls? I
See?
didn't even know that.
Wow.
Could have fooled me on Saturdays at Fiesta en Guadalajara.
Ah, cabrón. Shout outs to the bartender de Fiesta en Guadalajara,
El
Jose.
destapado.
Hey,
Let's
one of
talk
them
about-
is not a chick. You know that, right? That one with the little ponytail. That's
¿A
not
cuál de los
that's
cuatro
not a
que me
girl,
agarran?
dude. I know. Hey, he's got the high pitched voice and everything, man. But that's not a girl, dude.
Hay que
You gotta check the oil first.
Yeah,
check
man.
todo. A ver si trae.
Yeah.
Nah, man, shout outs to las cuatro mujeres de Fiesta en Guadalajara.
One of
y-
them is not a girl.
Oh, no es?
No. I saw the whole transition, man. I was like, damn. You know, he had hair like this, man, and then all of a sudden, he just started.
Now he got some pretty hair.
His voice is a little bit higher now, and you know. But yeah, no, but I mean, soccer. I like. I'm not gonna lie, man. I only like the.
You don't even
World
watch
Cup.
soccer. Don't even.
No, World Cup. World Cup y la. What is it? Copa de Oro.
Yeah.
That's probably the only thing I watch, man. You know,
Those
I'm
are
not
just
gonna
like
lie.
money making events. They know
Yeah.
you bring Mexico here, todos van a ir, dude.
Yeah,
Just,
friendlies and all that.
you know.
Yeah.
Como ahora que te empezaron a traer los European teams para acá, about 5 years ago, they started making a tournament, International Champions League.
All right.
Y empezaron a traer European teams, man. People are spending $400 a ticket, you know.
Yeah.
Y van a
Oh, it
2-3
gets
games,
expensive,
dude.
man.
Yeah, I went last
Yeah,
year.
even if you go to a baseball game, man. Even if you have free tickets.
Y luego
shit gets
vas,
expensive.
you know, the Stars don't even play.
Oh, yeah.
Juegan como 20 minutes y luego they don't want to get hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah, se van.
Cool. Hey, Joe, so
Yeah.
how did you guys get into music and stuff? Well, I mean, I remember seeing you with Delirio, and you were what, like a roadie and stuff, right?
Yeah.
I remember.
I kind of already knew about music like in high school. I was in choir and I dropped out of high school and then I went back, dropped out. But every year that I was in high school, all 6 years, even though it's only supposed to be 4.
Damn, dude.
Yeah, I was number 13 when I dropped out. Like 13 out of like 400 students, 400 seniors. And I was up
nerd.
there. Yeah, I was always a nerd, you know, school book worm motherfucker, you know. And but I
All
was always in
A's.
choir. I was always in choir. And
Pero
I learned,
cantabas
Inquire
soprano o
about what?
cantabas-
what?
Inquire
No,
about what?
in choir, CHOIR. And I learned how to read music, and then when I dropped out the last time, I already knew how to play piano. My director, he was just like, he saw that I would get bored, and I'd sing tenor, but also sang bass, and then I could sing the alto and the soprano parts, which is the girl parts, because I had like I told him
Because you have girl parts.
I had.
Did you say girl parts?
Lo tengo peludo, pero no, güey.
Damn.
Let's give the
But-
girl parts.
I used to have I'm telling you, I used to have an angelic voice.
Yeah.
Like Justin Timberlake, like for real, dude. Like
Hey, you
pinche
keep talking
Aventura-
about Justin Timberlake.
Aventura
man.
ain't got shit on me, dog. Like,
Ah, nah, man.
telling you, bro.
This nigga's in love with
I
Justin
had a
Timberlake.
fucking badass
¿Y luego qué
experience
te
with him.
pasó, dude?
Digo, what? Oh.
Yeah, like you don't have that voice no more. Can you
Yeah,
hit the
¿qué te
note or
pasó?
no?
Some songs.
Ahora ya
Let me
está
see,
todo ahí,
let me-
pinche perro
Can you do a little bit for
tosiento.
us? Ahí va, ahí va, ahí va.
Querida.
Damn.
Dime cuándo tú. Dime cuándo.
No, gracias a la voz de Joe he comido bien los últimos 3 años.
Really?
Mira.
I was like, oh, thank you. No, but so I played like rock music and shit, but I learned how to play guitar on fucking 2 strings, dude.
Yeah.
I didn't even have all the. I just fucking had 2 strings, and I just figured it out from there. And then my stepmom, she hears me making noise and shit. What are you doing? I'm like, no, I'm just trying to play guitar. She goes, pero ni tiene cuerdas.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, pues, I mean, it has two.
Yeah.
She goes, no, boy, look, tomorrow we'll go to the store and we'll get you some, blah, whatever. So I started learning how to play. Actually, even though I don't like going to church, like, it'll offend some people, and I hope it does. But, like, I'm not into the organized religion and shit like that. But I learned how to play guitar at church. I actually learned how to play guitar at a church from his aunt. I didn't even know it was his aunt. His tía.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, we were talking about it.
Mhm.
We came out que... Ya me lo imagino ahí todo.
Well, she didn't really
Yeah.
teach me. I just kind of stole her moves, you know?
Oh, now you don't want to give her credit?
You know what I'm saying? But,
That's how they do.
I know,
They show,
man.
they're just así.
well, I figured
You're
I was
like,
at
huh?
church. Let me steal
Yeah.
something.
Pues así. Like, hey, wait.
Hey, but it's funny how you say, the two-string. There's a buddy of mine. They had a tailgate. They were doing a tailgate party over at NRG. They're like, hey, man, you got a band that want to play out there? Yeah. So I call these friends of mine. It's called Los Gallos. Shout out to Chuck Pena, my boy. And the drummer forgot his fucking sticks.
Nigga, we forgot the cymbals.
Pero that's
yeah,
easy.
yeah, you told me about that one. Pero, dude, he's like, man, what do I do? Can I chingan? And I'm not kidding you, man. You got to improvise, man. There was a fucking tree around there, dude. I literally got the fucking branches off the tree, and he fucking played with the branches, dude.
Yeah.
He made it happen.
Man, I bet you those fucking skins were
Yeah, they were
beat
fucked
just
up.
like
Yeah,
mine.
they were beat up after the night.
Ahí en la church, donde yo iba, se rompió el último par.
Uh-huh.
So they have, those blinds con el que le das vuelta para cerrarlas. Se lo quitaron, chop it in half, and sticks, pero parecían pinches LED bars, Pero they play, dude.
Yeah.
Man, you gotta improvise.
That's kind of,
También tú
trip,
estúpido cuando
huh?
se te frega el acordeón, ¿no? You gotta improvise
you
on the
gotta
spot.
figure it out. Yeah, man. We were playing in Seguin, Texas, and one of the buttons flew off, and I was like, what the fuck? I'd never seen that before.
So you get one off your shirt and then...
Our conga player at the time, he's like, ¿Qué traes, güey? He goes, I love it. And he runs around and, he tries to put it back on in place, and like, bro, that shit, it ain't coming back. We got to get some glue or something.
Yeah.
And then, like, there's been times where when I was with Caesar as his roadie, and llegó el compadre JR, el compadrito de Alan Jackson y de Grupo Más y de Clint Black and Jay Perez and
De Bonnie.
ándale, de Bonnie Mauricio.
Man, he-
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Porque hasta le puso para Justin Timberlake también, güey.
No way. Yeah, I knew you,
Pues sí,
man.
digo que ahí estaba la otra vez con ¿no? Con... Who is he talking to? Que estaban ahí en su
Sí,
casa
pues
hasta
no,
las
que
6 de la
he was like,
mañana.
no, pues ahí, mira, compadrito, yo estaba en mi casa y I was just chilling, drinking a Bud Light, and pues mi compadrito, Jimmy Gonzalez, he called me, and, he wanted me to go help him out, and I was like, no, es que I'm just chilling, pero I'm just, it's
Otro
okay,
día.
I'm just, hey, man, I'm good today, thank you. I'm just, chilling with my racita right now. And then, I'm chilling, watching TV, y luego que de repente me llama Alan Jackson, bro, y que, que...
A la chingada.
He goes, pues, ¿sabes qué? Damn, man, I already told Jimmy Gonzalez que no, and I don't want to tell you no también, porque luego, pues, I look like a dick, O sea, so, I went, and, yeah.
Are you serious about this or what?
Y luego le habla Joe y viene con Joe a tocar.
Really?
No
You
fue
know,
con ellos, pero vino con Joe.
Hey, all bullshit aside, last week,
Estabas con...
I thought about Jimmy Gonzalez, man. I'm not going to tell y'all why. But I'm just want to
It's
let you
a-
guys
on
know
the
that
last
I thought
episode-
about Jimmy Gonzalez
Last
week.
episode.
Last episode, yeah. I thought about Jimmy Gonzalez.
Shout outs to Franco Grupo Mixto. No te hubiera aquí si no te hubiera dicho. Hey, Mark, no está aquí si no te hubiera dicho.
Oh, another fat joke, huh?
Another fat joke. Another fat joke.
Nah, shout out to Franco, man. He did a hell of a job last week, man.
Oh, man, I
You don't know? Oh, that's not him.
Ah, no.
All right.
But
Yeah, man.
Do you still got that pig under control right now? Is the pig tied up?
No, he's tied up, man.
Yeah? All right, cool.
Yeah. But yeah, Joe, I remember when you guys got started, man. It was what year was that? when
Like 3 years
you
ago,
started
4 years
off-
ago?
started off your
No.
own band.
Well, the band? Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
you're
Like,
all-
we made 4 years last month or so.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
4 years last month?
Yeah,
Wow.
4 years. And I mean, I met you just a little bit before that, right?
Yeah, you had met me before.
I didn't really know you all that well.
We,
Niños.
Váyanse a platicar afuera, ¿no?
yeah, we didn't.
All right, man. That pig actually was loose. I told you, dog. Check the fucking pig. So,
I don't know eso.
but I guess let's talk about how we met, right?
Uh-huh.
Because when we started the band, like I
What,
said, I had
what
barely
gay
met
club
you.
was it?
Huh?
What gay club andaban? Oh, no.
Cristal.
Palmas.
¿El de aquí o el de...?
Yeah, because I only knew you from Delirio, and I didn't really talk to you back then.
Mm-mm. Well, this whole time I
was
thought
like,
you were
who
somebody
the fuck
else.
This stuck up motherfucker. You know?
And I thought you
¿Y
were this
también, así
motherfucker
estaba
that I
de
didn't like.
barbón ese estúpido o no?
Huh?
¿Así estaba de barbón o no?
I don't
Yeah, yeah, you
Oh,
did.
yeah, I already
You had a
was.
barba.
Yeah. But like the reason why I never came around was because I thought you were some DJ I don't fucking like. And they were like, no, we're here at the
His face.
bodega.
And now I am that DJ he don't like.
Well,
It
pretty
was
much.
actually you. I said.
Te aguanto. But yeah, that's why I never came around. So I never really like. I was like, man,
What DJ you talking about?
Say it. Say it.
Say it.
Say it. It's not
DJ
Tampico, right?
Nah, fuck him too. Though. DJ Fig Funk. That motherfucker
Ese para ver
disrespected
quién
me.
es.
Dog.
What's his name?
DJ Fig Funk.
Fake Funk.
Fig Funk.
Sepa madres
So-
quién será.
The
Fuck
guy-
Fake Funk.
The guys on his crew were fucking cool, but
Yeah.
I didn't him. I still hold that grudge against him. Cause that motherfucker disrespected me. Dog.
Does he look like me or what?
No.
Then how you thinking with me?
Because he said, well, hey,
fight,
we're here at the
fight.
bodega. I'm like,
De
where,
volada.
what? He goes, no, a DJ friend of ours. Que no sé qué. I guess, they try to put it like a, usually when you introduce somebody, you tell somebody, like, hey, I got this friend, you kind of want to put a title, right?
Yeah.
And, no, ese vato trabaja en las refinerías, or es mecánico, or, So, like, no, this DJ friend of ours. I was like, oh, that nigga, man, fuck that nigga. I ain't going no, man, fuck that, bro. That bullshit ass. Fuck
See,
this
this
nigga.
nigga's over here. He's already judging me without even fucking knowing him.
I don't have to. Fuck it, dog.
And then a couple months later, hey, can I borrow your warehouse, dude?
Sí.
Fucked up, you
ahora,
know?
ahora ya no sale de aquí el güey, mira.
No sale de aquí. He's got keys to the fucking place.
Ya ni te
Yeah.
avisa, nomás llega.
Man, if I would have known that, give me the keys back, dog. Fuck this
You know
shit,
what?
man.
Pick this shit up. Let's go.
Man. Fuck out of here, man.
I think he's serious, dude. Es de risa de nervios, era de
No, I'm
nervios.
laughing because I'm serious, though.
I know you're serious. So am I.
So am I.
Oh, shit.
Oh, man.
No, man, we owe a lot to you, dude. Like, because we practiced every fucking week, even if we didn't have any gigs for like the first 2.5 years or so, dude.
I remember, man. I remember, and I would have to come open. And the reason why I let you guys, just, practice because you were hungry, man. And I see you guys were fucking hungry to do something. I said, oh, man, I like that, And I don't feel you owe me something. I mean, to me, a favor is not a favor if you expect something in return,
Yeah. So,
if I did you that favor, it's just a favor. I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Beso. Hijo de su madre.
que no se me atraviese un
You
puto,
give me a
que
hug
si no me
later
cojo.
on, Joe. Give me a hug later. Nah, but
Don't be
yeah. I remember you guys practicing here, and I saw, when you guys were getting better and better. I remember when you brought Lalo for the first time, man.
¿Venía crudo o venía normal?
You come from church, so I think you were drunk, yeah. 'Cause I heard that's how you showed up in the first gig, no?
Me pasé como 3 veces. I never found the place.
Really?
Sí, pues me dijo que era un estudio.
So what do you think this is?
No, sí, pero me dijo que...
No.
This is a
Give me the
studio.
keys, man. Give me the keys, bro.
This is a filming studio,
Oh,
sound
chinga.
stage.
No,
I know.
pero es que no me
Man,
supo explicar.
There's been music videos filmed here, and
Es que no
you
me supo
know,
explicar.
rap videos been filmed here. And,
Me gusta como para hacer una porn movie aquí.
on there
¿Eh?
with the pig.
Don el Pig.
Por razón
Conmigo
se quiere-
no.
Hey, that's why he wants to take off all the time. The pig, man.
Ya la tienes espantado, güey.
Joe, y también llegando yo y viendo, ese
Yeah.
asador está bueno. I might need it.
Damn.
¿Verdad? De volada, 2 weeks. Ya tenía el asador allá con los pollos, vuelta y vuelta.
No, but
y luego aquellos ojetes ni lo limpiaron, dude. Nah, dude.
Pinche cebollita, yeah. Don't worry about it, man. Shit.
A Mexican go-to too.
Yeah. But I remember seeing when Lalo came in, and he's with this big ass oversized bass.
No traía, lo
And it's
tenía
a fucking
empeñado.
rock and roll bass, and I was like, what the hell? It was like one of the lightning bolt.
Nigga, that's my baby.
Dale sus llaves,
This nigga
güey.
don't even know the
Dale
bass.
sus llaves.
This nigga don't know
He
the
have his
bass.
own
What? God.
Lo tenía empeñado, yo, ¿sabes?
What? Oh, God. Then you're not a real musician.
No, ahora sí lo tengo.
No, he's a real musician. He can do all Ramon Ayala shit because he got 4 strings.
Yeah. Shoutouts to, I know that.
Not because he's going to try to give his opinion and shit.
Okay.
Oh, man.
But
Yes.
But no, I remember after a while you asked me to meet you and Osito over at
Spankies.
we went to Spankies. What was behind that? I mean, what?
Well, look, to be honest, like, we still didn't have that. We didn't have the backbone that I think we needed
Chupa.
to get out there, Like, I mean, talent, I still don't have it. I mean, but I'm fake it till you make it, right? So, I was okay music-wise.
Oh,
But
y'all come a long way though, man. So I got.
thank you. I try.
Yeah.
Try. I
Hey,
bitch
my
at them a
birthday's
lot.
in next month, man. Can you?
Mientras que, no
Favor,
mientras que venga el Rent a Cup ese que estaba aquí last week, aquí
sí.
estamos.
Bro, man. Hey, I sent him the video from last week. I haven't heard back from him. Man. He saw
Kid
himself
Paul
on the
Blart.
video, man. I guess he was like, damn.
Nah, it's a
Last
it's a
week
good
was
guy.
it was a tough crowd.
It was a tough crowd, yeah.
Man.
Jimmy Gonzalez, I thought about him.
Jimmy, we had some celebrities in here. We got Jimmy Gonzalez, we got Paul Blart. Ahí también. Chick Rent a Cup again.
Yeah.
So like I remember you telling me something about an event that you want to do, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's pretty neat. Like around Thanksgiving time, something like that, like
Yeah.
for family, for friends, people that you've come across and shit like that, and just
So we're not going to talk about Spankies or what?
I know,
fuck, you're
dude, you
right.
went.
Yeah, what the fuck are you
Yeah.
smoking? What's in there, man?
Es lo que le dio Lou.
Yeah, what did Luke throw in there, man?
some good. I had to like only take a
Good
few couple
stuff.
of puffs and that's it.
Nah, I know
So-
what you did. You took that fucking perfectly good cigar and you fucking cut it up like you know who does. Took all the shit out and just put your
Pero
own
para lo
shit
que
in there.
compra este no le llena eso.
No?
Oh.
I'm cheap. I'm broke. I said, tengo.
Let's put a roach. Mira. What happened to Spankies?
Oh yeah, so Spankies then. So we kind of needed help getting out there, and like you were pretty cool with us, right? And
So you used me?
yeah,
Without me knowing?
there you go.
I thought you were
Oye,
trying to be an honest friend, you know?
hasta business cards te mandó a hacer y todo.
Yeah, I remember that with my number, and I was like, and I'm thinking, man, why would he put my number on there? And I was like, and I started thinking about this motherfucker, man. They cut his phone off all the time, I bet.
Que todavía.
This motherfucker's a plumber, so he's gonna always have his phone, man.
You are so right.
Fucking they cut my phone off all the time. Me conviene
And I put
más
his
que
number
me-
first. All right.
They were calling you. Entonces tú nos conseguías las gigs de $200, $300 ¿verdad?
Yeah, man.
Y se lo daba inicio.
Shout out to Eddie.
Yeah.
No, but we approached you, with a plan and shit, and
Yeah.
told you what we want to do, and you asked what we want from you and what we expect and whatnot and this and that, and it was nice. I liked it, that we had enough confidence, enough trust in you to come at you
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah, and I think we talked about it, different ideas that day. One idea was, and I think you really liked it, the idea that I gave you that, and we're gonna get back into controversy, man, because
Yes.
we when I told Joe and Osito this, I gave him an idea. I said, hey, I like a lot of B-side music. I don't know if you guys know what B-side is. They're fucking songs que pegan, and you'll find it on the let's say like on a 12-inch record. You have the main song, and then on the other side you have a song that's not really, but it is fucking actually a badass song. So I told him, hey man, why don't you guys play music like that? Like, cause you get tired of hearing like the same shit over and over. Anywhere you go, see any bands here in Houston, they're all playing the same shit. So I gave Joe and Osito the idea, hey man, play shit that nobody plays. And now, the shit that they brought out, I hear other fucking bands playing it, And I'm like, motherfucker, you could have brought that shit out yourself, And even the name, man, I'm not gonna bring up any fucking, but there was this guy on Facebook that he has his own band, and I know Eddie's gonna look at me like, man, Mark,
Fuck Eddie.
Eddie's like, man, Eddie's like, stop, Mark, stop.
I almost want to say stop, but go.
No, fuck no,
Go,
man, no, and they
Hable
have their own,
hable como Mr. Bean cuando va en el carro así.
yeah,
Say, preach it.
it was like two guys from, or three guys from different bands, they form a little
little
para,
band.
¿verdad? And they want to call themselves classicals, and I'm like, so I hit the guy up. I said, hey, bro, that name's already taken. He said, don't worry about it, man. It's just, we only use it for,
events, para.
yeah. And I was like, yeah, but still, man, the name's already taken. Well, if you think about it, Roberto Pulido has that name. And I was like, no, it's Roberto Pulido y Los Clásicos, But it's not, Los Clásicos by itself. And then he fucking wanted to argue with me about it. So,
Me quedé en-
huh?
y lo-
But look, like, I wouldn't say in his defense, right? Because why are you gonna use a name that somebody else is using right now? Especially at the same level and shit. Like,
Yeah.
you're part of the same network.
Shout outs to
But-
Yeah, the same
GR.
network,
And so, like, I wouldn't go and use other bands' names that are
Like-
working around here.
Like what? Like what name?
Say it.
No.
Come on, Joe.
Say it.
No.
Man, I've been
Lo-
saying a lot
lo
of
dices
shit.
tú,
nigga.
lo
You
digo
ain't
yo.
gonna want to say nothing.
Lo dices tú, lo
Fuck,
digo
I've
yo.
been saying a lot of
No,
shit.
but
man.
look. So there's local famous, and then there's just like local dive bar and shit, right? And you got your local famous bands like Sencillo, like Rebelión, and you got La Gran Frecuencia, you got Grupo Delirio, you got La Materia, you got Grupo Hernia, you got
Hey, herencia.
Herencia, okay.
You can talk shit about
you know
herencia
what I'm saying?
because it's part of my life.
We're all, even if
Fuck
they're
being
local
born.
famous and we're local dive bar, we're still both local. It
Yeah.
doesn't matter where you go, you're still local. You're still somewhere. If you're playing here, you're still local. Yeah, you go out of town and do all that. Like you gotta
Shout
stay
outs
humble
to
up to the most that you can.
Yeah, hell
shout
yeah.
outs muy especiales, compadre, para Misael también López.
Fuck that nigga.
Who's that?
Fuck that nigga. I want to put his whole fucking face on the damn trailer and shit, dog.
Like somebody he knows or what?
He's another local motherfucker too.
Oh, okay.
Like,
Joe's favorite.
yeah.
Is he like the Bonnie Mauricio, like of me or what?
No, Bonnie Mauricio actually knows how to play the accordion.
Oh, okay.
So,
I don't know. It sounds like trash to me. But all right. Fuck him, man.
but I wouldn't use their band names because I'm not them. People know you're not going to be them.
Yeah.
So don't, why would you want to use but at the same time, it's like, I'm using another famous name, you know. But I don't know what his reasoning behind it was. Be Roberto Pulido y los clásicos, you know. But for me, it was more like I'm gonna play songs like the classic songs, but not the ones that you hear all the time, like En Casa Nueva, Laurita Garza, Juan Marta, Cadetes.
Trago de
Shout out to
amargo.
Gus.
I know, damn, you punching Gus right in the gut, man.
Playa sola.
Damn.
Just so you know, I talk shit over here, but when you're here, not when you're gone. Thank you. You know, but you know, like we're gonna play other shit, just like you said. And I already had that in my head, and when I was playing in other bands, you know, you're
Oh,
playing.
so that wasn't my idea then? You just said right now it was your idea. Like,
Ooh.
wow, well, fuck, man. I mean, we meet over there, and I'm thinking, oh, well, I'm gonna give him
Todo después de que
another
le
idea,
pagaste
you
la
know?
comida.
And now
y
you
toda
want to
la
take
chingada.
credit for it, man.
No, you're the one that like reassured me.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, so, but you're saying again, like that was your original.
I was already there.
Pero ¿por qué no le dijiste ese día?
I know. Why didn't you say it?
You
And
gotta
have
make
him
it feel
believe.
good.
Have
I
him
was trying to
believe.
make it feel good.
For so long, dude.
Oh man.
Te usa. Te
Nigga,
echa
yeah.
mentiras.
When I told you when you first came with it, man, I like the way you play.
Ajá. Ah.
Damn.
Oh. So 4 years later,
He wasn't changing the subject
también.
now.
Mira cómo es este.
Yeah, man.
Después de que come de uno.
No, I know. Like I thought I really
Si me
thought
te
I
mueres de
gave.
hambre, estúpido.
After all this time, I really thought I gave you that idea, man. But fuck.
You reassured me, like you gave me that little push into the deep edge, like fuck it.
See,
just
he
go
didn't know
for
how
it,
to
dude.
tell you, so he had to go around para decirte ahorita como.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
He used me for the
For the
bodega
cards. La bodega. The cards.
to pay for Spankies at night.
To pay for cell phone.
We had some
Y el
badass
pinche
pizza.
y el pinche teléfono también. That's fucked up, man.
Y luego todavía te quitó
Y las llaves.
las llaves y.
Shout outs to Cine Keys.
Cine
So
Keys.
the next time your keys, they smell rusty, they smell corroded, they smell like gas, they smell like latex. You know, sometimes they let out some fumes and get you a little kind of, you know what I'm saying, a little acelerado. So Cine Keys, they've got different scented keys. They come in black ice, so you can feel like you're mamalone in a fucking Cadillac. They got canela, they got bubble gum, blue coconut, and
Scented
kiwi.
keys.
I actually put a request for one. I like the smell of culo. So hopefully they got that one coming out. But shout outs to Cine Keys. We'll be right back. All right, and we're back. Sorry about that. So we went to
Joe-
break and
Joe,
we were
you got a
using
little-
we were
right
using
here.
oh excuse me.
Flavor savers.
You know, Eddie was using the sponsored keys and he had to go take a shit or something, so he should be coming back in. Oh, here he comes. All right. So I guess let's switch topics real quick, right?
Oh, yeah.
You know,
Pues te conviene a ti, güey.
pues, you know,
You know.
this show is not about me. My name is
No,
already on the
no.
banner.
But I mean,
You know what I'm
we're
saying?
talking about something, and then I don't know, man. You just, man, I thought you were gonna. I mean, I don't know, bro. I don't want credit, but goddamn, man, shit.
Oh, man.
Anyway,
So
we're gonna change the subject porque le conviene a él. Go ahead, man.
you know what I'm saying. So
Si tú me lo pides. Oh, no.
Ajá.
Es que quería entrar como esos
yo
otros.
pensé que andabas de Lalo Mora, güey.
Yeah.
Déjala ver. Oh.
Hey,
Bolsita. No,
Um,
que quería entrar como los cantantes de cuando ya started, luego llega el cantante.
Ándale, sí llegó como estrella el güey. So, changing the subject. Right now, during the filming, they just pretty much, for the most part, they've already lifted the shutdown, quarantine, all that shit because of the virus. And I know a lot of people were without work. I mean, I'm one of them. I live off of music.
Bitch, you had the virus forever or what?
What?
You had the virus forever or what? I've been without work for what?
4 years. I ain't had a day job in 4 years.
Man, I've known Joe for I don't know what.
¿Y
Was it
siempre has
over 4
jalado?
years?
4 years, that's it?
Well, right before we started the band.
Yeah.
Before we started
Yeah,
using
yeah.
you.
And I've never known that he has a job. You kidding, man?
Pero music is.
Wow.
And
okay.
so
Okay.
I've been without work, right? Because the restaurants are closed, bars are closed, and they just open up again. So
Pero the
hopefully we go
virus
back to work.
apenas tiene 2 months.
Por eso.
Yeah.
Tú tienes como 20 años así ya.
So has this affected you and your job?
What the
Like the being
No.
shut down? I mean, some people
no,
are without
hell
work.
no, man. It's like we're more busy now than ever, man.
Mm.
I mean, I do service plumbing, so and the good thing about it is that the company I work for, they do.
Tú destapas los caños.
See that's people always think that's what.
That's what a plumber does.
Yeah, man, my stepdaughter, when I was married, she's like, they're like, hey, so what does your stepdad do? Oh, he plays with caca, and I'm like, man, I don't do that. I was like, I don't do that. I was like, Adela, I don't do that, man. So she told her friends that that's what I do. Yeah, I was like, no, I don't do that.
Making little castles y la chingada.
Chala Duke boy. I miss
So
ice cream.
a lot of times,
Here comes the whale y todo el pedo.
yeah, a lot of Snicker bar or whatever. But yeah, a lot of that's what people think right away. That oh, he plays with shit. No, that's not what it's about. There's more to the trade than that. But
So I mean, a trade, right? That's like the key word for what you do,
yeah,
right? There's careers and trades. I mean, you consider this a career también. Pero a trade is something that's like actually beneficial to society, like construction wise. Whether it be building a house, running plumbing during construction phase, and you could be an electrician. Do the cement, be a landscaper.
Yeah.
Learning a trade. I mean, that's pretty important, isn't it?
I think so, man. Because college ain't for everybody. And I don't care what you want your kid to go to college or whatever. They might not want to go. So I think getting into a trade. I mean that's another option. And I wish I would have done it sooner. But hey, I'm doing it now, so and whoever's interested, man, in becoming,
Playing with caca.
yeah, basically, yeah, that's what my daughter said. Hit me up or hit up Joe, and he can get in contact with me, and I can give you numbers and stuff.
Fíjate que
if you have a kid that graduated high school, he's just fucking in bed and not doing shit at home.
Y si le faltan como 2
Can't even
meses
take
for
out the
graduation,
trash.
¿también se puede o no?
¿Mande?
Si le faltan como 2 months for graduation, ¿también se puede o no?
Yeah, se puede.
Ándale, güey.
Yeah.
Estás pendejo, órale.
Oh, no, shit, I don't think he look at me.
I don't
hey,
wanna work ever.
As soon as he graduates from plumbing school, he's going to fucking retire already. Fucking,
I already know everything.
He's going to be late. He'll want Social Security. They going to kick in right after he graduates.
Man, I worked with my dad for 3 days. My dad's a plumber too. I worked for him for 3 days, and I was like, man, this shit ain't for me, dog. This shit ain't for me.
Why not, Joe? What did you not like about plumbing?
It's fucking hard work, man.
Dice que lo mandaban a
But your dad is
meterse arriba en los attics hasta las orillas y se atoraba. Nomás se oía.
Yeah, man, that's just fucking hard work. And my respects to you and to all the construction workers, man. I mean,
I don't do
that shit ain't for
construction,
me.
bro.
Well, but you're still part of it.
I don't do construction.
You're still considered. That's still construction. I mean, you ain't playing with caca, but you're still construction.
Nah, our main thing is like fixing leaks and stuff like that, And sometimes, man, like we go into these grocery stores and the leak is way the fuck up there in the city.
See, I don't do ladders.
We don't do ladders.
Fuck that. I don't like no kind of heights, dude.
My boss like, hey,
Ah,
man,
pero
what is
cuando-
it? It's a leak way the fuck up there. I'm going to call
I don't like no
Yeah.
kind of highs. Pero nomás que te,
Pues
nomás
sí,
lo
bueno,
prendes.
sí,
Yeah. So that we order like a lift or whatever, and we got to wait for it to come. I don't care if that water's dripping. I mean,
Pero how the weight on the lift, ¿cuánto levanta? Porque también mi compadre está medio...
Crickets.
Che humo, a ver.
But learning a trade, it's good.
yeah, it's
School
awesome, man. I
isn't
like
always
it.
just the only option,
And like right now, Joe, like and Lalo, I don't want to just say Joe, 'cause
Joto, como quiera.
yeah, but like coming in, somebody that doesn't even know about plumbing, and I always say it, man. I'll put it on my Facebook. Hey, man, the union, they're accepting applications. Whoever your kid wants to become a plumber or whatever. They coming in making like $19 an hour, man. They don't know shit about plumbing.
Como que,
Nothing,
como que
bro.
sí me dan ganas.
And all they got to do is go to school, 2 nights a week? That's it. And you're learning while you're working, you know.
Mm.
And I just,
So
like I
is,
said,
I mean,
I
is that
wish
what
I
the
would've
union
done.
did for you?
Yeah. I mean, but it's a 5-year course, man. But you know, what are you gonna do in 5 years? You're
And
still gonna be
how did
doing
you
the
get
same
into
thing.
plumbing?
That's shitty 5 years. Might as well just do 5 years.
I know, man.
Like, how did you get into plumbing? Like, did you know somebody that brought you in, or like, hey?
No,
or-
I was a pipe fitter before
Mm.
before plumbing, and I got tired of my boss, man, and I just said, man, fuck this, I'm going to school, man, and I wanted to try to go get my certificates and stuff, and I joined the pipe fitters union, and after a while, they put me in a company that company did pipe fitting and plumbing,
Mm.
and it was kind of slow on the pipe fitter side. So there was a plumber, you know, shout out to Buddy Martin. He's my mentor, man, in plumbing. He said, hey, man, you mind helping me out? And I was like, man, hell yeah, anything. I want to get out of the shop, man. I was just sweeping the whole shop, man, for like a whole week. So I helped him out. He goes, hey, you want to help me tomorrow? And then tomorrow, and then tomorrow, and then. So finally his boss, you know, he goes, hey, can I talk to you? And I went in there, and he goes, you ever thought about being a plumber? I said, man, I ain't never thought about being a plumber, man. He said, man, well, my guys think you'd make a good plumber, man. He goes, I'm going to give you a couple of days thinking about it, man. I went home and I talked to my wife at the time. And I said, hey, they're offering me what? What happened?
It reminds me of somebody.
He always brings her up. When
Ya
he's
supérala,
under,
ya supérala.
when he's under the influence.
No. En rifles o chorro, man.
So I just told her that they offered me a job, you know. And she said, well, what are you gonna do? I
Play
said,
with
well,
caca.
I said, I think I'm play with caca. So I said, I think I'm gonna take it, you know. So I go in the next day and I said, hey, I said, I'm ready. He said, no, take a couple of days. I said, no, I'm ready. So he goes like, what makes you ready? I said, well, come to the conclusion that plumbing is every fucking day.
Mm-hmm.
So he goes, you're right. So ever since then, I became a plumber, man. Been plumbing since about 20 years now.
It's like you were telling me earlier, no, que you might need a toilet. You said it, or I don't know who said it, that you might need a toilet primero que un lawyer.
Oh yeah.
Who's that?
No, it's that we said that you know, like you might. I might not need an attorney, but I'll definitely need a toilet. I'll need my plumbing, you know, fixed. You know what I'm saying? Like we'll need your services before we need a lawyer's services. I think. I mean, like, yeah.
No, pero es que no era.
But your
no
dad
era-
is a
pero no era.
plumber.
También. Yeah, he does construction phase plumbing.
Yeah.
Like residential. And all that.
Y dale con la construction.
And we're back. All right, so sorry about the pig, man. This
all right.
motherfucker just like we need to tie his ass up.
No, leave him at the house, dude. Don't fucking bring him here no more.
Fuck, man. That motherfucker be asking for songs and shit. Anyways, so well, I guess before we get interrupted by the pig again, we were talking about plumbing, and learning a trade is good. So, I guess I mean, is that something that you would encourage?
Fuck yeah, man. It makes good money.
Whether the kids are already adults, like you know, learn a trade, right?
Yeah. I mean, it makes make a good living, man. I can honestly say that, you know.
And you know, you told me that you're part of a union. Like, how is that? What interested you in got you interested in being in a union? Because I mean, since I've never really had a actual job, like a badass job, you know, something important. Fucking work. I worked at Hollywood Video and Radio Shack, and I was a server and bartender. I never did anything meaningful. Right?
Bro, I was at GameStop.
Chinga.
Hey, fool.
GameStop.
Hey, well, I guess statute of limitations over, but still.
No, I had a friend of mine. He would always coming to
Yeah,
the
really?
union, coming to the union. He started telling me about going to school. So I figured, hey, you go to school,
'Cause
you'll
I mean,
be worth a little
some
bit
people
more.
are against unions,
Yeah,
being part of a union. But
Yeah,
like,
I
I
don't
mean,
care.
what? So that's what I'm trying to
get
figure
paid
out.
more
Not working in the union
working in the union.
or working in the union.
And you're educated in what you do, and you don't learn it out in the field. You're actually educated.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's badass.
And a lot of big corporations, and they want union hands. They don't want just open shop. They want union hands. So, I mean, that's not the reason why I joined, but I mean, that's, you know, I like knowing the fact that that's what they call for. Hey,
Hell yeah.
it's good, yeah.
Is there any shout outs that you want to send out to the people before we take off?
Yeah, just a shout out to the people that provided what I wore today.
Okay.
Down in my shoes. I want to give them a shout out. I don't want to say any names though.
Then what the fuck? Why even mention a shout out?
Well, you know, from me, you know, just shout out from me. But I don't. They didn't want me
Es
to
que lo
name.
que pasa es que Joe quiere saber quién para irle a pedir.
No, well, see, that's the reason why. That's the thing. They said, okay, you can give me a shout out, but I don't mention my names. Two of them told me don't mention their names because they didn't want somebody else to go over there and
Joe.
and you know ask them for sponsorship or you know or to provide some kind of a
All right.
you know,
Bueno,
apparel.
ahorita nos dices.
Yeah, no. I mean, I'll tell you guys after you know after here or whatever. But yeah, you know they sponsored me with, like I said, what I was wearing earlier down to my shoes and
Bad.
yeah. But yeah, man. So
Any other shout outs?
just to all the bands out there, you know, that have done a lot of things with, you know, done a lot of stuff for us. You guys, Grupo Delirio, my boy Eddie over there, Sandy, Grupo Inicio. There's a lot of bands, you know, that Deseable, you know. Another one. Yeah.
Ah, no, ese no.
Ese es otro.
Ooh.
No, ese
This guy is
como-
uncomparable to the rest, the one we're talking about.
Hey, Joe, how do you think you know me all right or no?
Well, yeah, I mean, I had all of your ideas before you did, so I think I know you
Puta madre.
enough.
Can you tell me what's the song that I hate the most?
Fuck.
Ha de ser una de Bonnie Mauricio.
No.
No.
If you know me, you're gonna know what song I hate
Fuck.
the
And
most.
we talked about this recently, too.
You were
Shit.
high or what?
Always.
Or you gonna tell me? Oh, I already knew that before you told me.
That's the-
Well, you know what? Because I remember now, but I want you to tell everyone else
What?
the song you hate the most.
Which one?
No, I want you to tell them. You know, you say
That's
it better.
because you don't fucking
say
know it.
better.
That's why. Because you don't fucking know it. see?
That's fucked up, Joe.
I can't stand tragos amargos.
¿Con
man.
qué letra? Apenas te iba a decir con qué letra empieza.
Yeah. I can't stand that song, man.
I
Well,
can't.
you got
And
something
it's
in
not
common, man.
because of, you know, the reason why is because, you know, when I would teach and stuff, motherfuckers will be coming over there asking for this song, and it's only 10:30, and you want that song already? Like, that shit don't come on till about 1:45, man. How the fuck you asking for it at 10:30, you know? And I mean, damn, and then, but it's not el micrófono, you know, let me borrow the mic, man.
Oh,
and
hell
man, dog.
That's why I always give them mics, the mics like que sea de Lalo or the Gus. No, I don't want them using my mic. Fuck that.
Usen el mío porque siempre está
Well,
bien bajito.
No, but they probably wouldn't want his mic because it smells like ass.
Yeah.
And he say he likes ass, no?
La barba también le huele a culo
Sí.
este.
Hey, that's how it grew. Thank you.
Maybe I need it.
Yeah, but yeah, just shout out to them, all the bands, you know, that have. And if any bands, you know, y'all want to come practice or whatever, y'all give me a shout or whatever. You're more than welcome until you fuck me over, and then, y'all, I don't know you, man. And I'll call you out. My family, all of my family, I love mom, my sister, my brother, and all my cousins.
El perrito,
you know.
¿cómo se llama el perrito?
¿A cuál? Oh, la Kai.
Ándale.
Shout out to Kai también. Es la reina de la casa. My mom will run my ass out of the house before she runs her out. Fuck, I ain't lying, bro.
Well, all right. Well, shout outs to Botanero for sponsoring the Michelada Mix. Carne
Yeah.
seca. No la que trae este güey.
La que traes ahí colgando.
Shout outs to the Bodega. Thank you, Mark.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Shout outs to Three Amigos. Shout outs to
Amigos
Miracle
Graphics.
for embroidering all the shirts that we got. Badass embroidery. Hit up Miracle at Three Amigos Graphics over there at Navigation in Lockwood. Badass. Y también shout outs to Senekeys. So whenever your keys, they smell rusty, they smell corroded, they smell like gas, they smell like latex. You know, I mean, you're partying, man, and you don't want to have these bad odors come in your nose.
I
You know what I'm saying?
understand that.
So, you know, you want to have something nice to smell when you're smelling your keys.
I think that sponsor only benefits like those
I mean, I like the way keys smell.
those guys that go to the restrooms like four guys and
Hay una línea para mear y
Yeah.
una línea para...
yeah, like four guys in one stall. You're like, okay, what's going on here?
There's a party in there too, a cup
Yeah, like
party.
that's the only time that key benefits. No,
I like the way keys smell.
you do.
Especially when they smell like canela, when they smell like black ice, when they smell
did
like
you
blue
sleep right
coconut,
next-
kiwi. And actually, one of them, I'm serious. I put in a request, and it should be
las, que
coming out soon.
las que huelen a culo del self-refill,
That's
¿verdad?
that's exactly the one. I put in.
Self-refill, nomás
Yes. Boom.
tú mismo.
Scratch and sniff, baby. So shout out to Cine Keys. Thank you. I am Joe.
And I'm Lalo.
And I'm Marq Jackson,
Chef Marque.
Mark Flores, man.
Pipe fitter, pipe layer. Todo el pedo.
Yeah.
Peace.
Caca player.
Ay.
Buen
Can we still talk about spanking later on?
All right, man. Shout outs
Fuck the
to...
audience. Do it right now. We ready? Dale.